Wow, has there 4 people in here already with 2 thumbs up? That's crazy. Are you guys chilling in the stream or something? Nice. Yeah, we're just getting set up here at Jay's. I'm behind the camera. I'm just kind of monitoring this. Yo, hit us up in the comments really quick, just to make sure this thing's like rolling. Just say hi or something if you're not too shy. We just want to make sure that this thing is. It seems good. It seems good. So, yeah, we're just getting some shit set up. Hopefully the audio's good. We haven't been here in a while, so we're kind of trying something new out. So, well, something new old, I guess.
Yeah, I'll pull it up on here and see what we got.
Yeah, so we're at Bohemesphere, live from Bohemesphere. We haven't been here in a while, which is cool. It feels good to be back, Jay.
Yeah.
I mean, we were never gone, but I was telling Jay, I don't think I've been here since we recorded a track, and then we did one of those mic review things with that mic kit I had gotten.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was pretty cool. And I think after that was when we did the was when we did so that's good. Cool.
Yeah, light.
Audio sounds alright. Yeah, I just like turned it. The lighting looked alright on. Oh yeah, that's better.
Looks like I have a fucking egghead, but other than that, it looks like it.
Egghead. Yeah, so we're just getting shit set up. I got my little Jay has this. I got my little screen here getting set up so I can check out the comments. But yeah, it's been a while, dude. How's the projects been up here? You been doing a lot of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, not really a lot of stuff. It's been a lot of the Irish band, stuff like that.
Cool.
But I got a couple things in the works right now.
Nice, dude.
Put out like a universal feeler the other day or whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Social media,
man. That's cool.
See what else I could lock in.
Yeah. Any hits from that?
A couple of things, yeah.
That's awesome.
Eli and them are coming up the 6th of December for more, or for some Top Nachos tracks, and I got a death metal band that wants to do some stuff. Okay, and yeah, what else is on tap? That band Jericho, the kind of funky jam thing that I did here before.
That's sick. So you have like almost a full schedule coming through now.
No, not really. It's probably like maybe 4 or 5 days.
Oh, well, that's great though. At least there's
It's work.
people coming through doing some shit. It's awesome.
It's work. Work is what you need. This thing is probably going to be like.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're new to the channel, you may have never seen us streaming from Jay's studio. This is Bohemesphere Studio, home of the wizard Jay. This is where he does all his projects. We're chilling in the control room right now. If you look back through the streams on the stream playlist, there's actually one of Jay and I playing some tracks in the other room. That was pretty cool, and that's something I'd like to try to do again. But I feel like we were having technical issues. But I think now it seems like we're doing okay. So maybe we can do that again at some point. That would be fun. Do another live performance live stream from here. But the thing is, Jay, this is kind of in the middle of the woods in Saugerties, and there's no Wi-Fi here, so it's.
Yeah, we are internet proof here.
Yeah, and that's why like we were doing them at 44 HQ because.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, that's all good, man.
Well,
I guess if you just monitor the comments.
Yeah, it's kind of like not giving me a choice. Software update. Mandatory software update will begin in 30 seconds. Fucking son of a bitch. Glad I bothered charging that piece of shit.
Yeah, maybe if I get. So I would need to have like some kind of Wi-Fi enabled or like iPad or something, right? I don't think I have anything that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we use my phone to do the stream, so Jay will have to monitor.
Matt says he can't hear us.
Can't hear us?
I don't know. I can hear it loud as fucking day on my phone. Listen
It's
to that.
echoing.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Is there like no sound, or is it just like far away, or
It's probably the distance.
the distance? Yeah, because we don't have the mic set up tonight. We're just running and gunning from the phone because we weren't sure if it was even going to work. So it seems I'm not going to say anything, but it seems
Seems like it was working alright. It's very quiet. Yeah, I think everybody just got used to having the condenser mic right in our fucking grills, man.
Yeah.
We never used to do that, and it was never a problem.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to try to see if we can hook something up next week or the week after if we come back through. So
Yeah.
hopefully it's not too big of an issue tonight.
I don't know what more he could do with it.
Is that I don't know, because the mic, we need kind of a condenser, but because I think if we hooked up a dynamic, it might not be loud enough.
Yeah, I'm thinking the dynamic probably isn't loud enough.
Because there's no way to control the mic volume. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like with live streaming, it's I don't know. I have the hookup for the mic, but it's I don't know if it's just me, if I'm just a dummy, but it just feels like the live streaming technology stuff isn't quite there yet.
Behind the curve.
You're willing to spend a shit ton of money to get like it's funny. It's like one of those things. I feel like in maybe a few years it'll be a lot cheaper for people to do it. But it's just very we're still going over there.
It just did a disconnect. Had to fucking.
Oh.
It just did a disconnect. Had to fucking.
Oh. Let's see here. There's Jay in the other room. That's weird. This is like not wanting to work right. Hey, can you guys hear me right now? Sorry about the technical difficulties. We're getting this set up. It's like it won't turn the camera around. That's really weird.
Yeah, my phone does the same shit.
That's so strange though, like that it's doing that. All right, well there's Jay in the other room. You hear it now? Yeah, I mean I'm trying to move this around tight. Yeah, because we used to stream with the camera. So right now it's facing. It's like if somebody was holding it, but we used to have it so that it was like a selfie, but the quality was so bad, and then it like after like 20 streams, it hit us to be like, oh wait, we can turn it around. But now when I try to turn it around, it doesn't want to work. So.
Yeah, mine has never worked that way. I'm always stuck with one camera angle and. Well, don't
like,
plug this in yet.
Usually you can switch between the, but now, I guess because of the Facebook, or something to do with YouTube Live, now it just switches. It just like mirrors the image back and forth.
Hand me that shorty stand over there in the corner.
Yeah. We got the shorty. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is like really good.
Break the boards.
Did you hit your foot?
I did. Both
Hit your foot?
I did. Both of them.
Shit, are you alright, bro?
Yeah.
Shit, are you alright, bro?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna trying out the microphone now. If you're just joining us, or we're trying to get the so basically there's like it's very spotty internet here, so I'm streaming off of LTE, so we're just trying to find some bars. But thanks for sitting tight. Thanks for hanging with us.
Set up and see if it's working.
Okay. This guy?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna test some audio here, folks.
I'm gonna go out in the other room.
Okay. We're gonna test I'm gonna put in some audio here. We'll see what happens. We got the Octava MK219. So, any better? Worse? We should be running through a mic now, condenser. So, check 1 2. Hey, can you hear me out there? Can you hear me any better? Check 1 2. Hey, this is Mike from 424 Recording. I'm hanging out at Bohemesphere Studio with Jay Anderson. We're about to do this live stream. I guess we're already doing it, really. Just testing out a mic. We changed locations tonight. Hopefully we're going to be coming here more often now, every other week. it's just always a battle because now the leaves have fallen down. We have service here at the studio, so I think it's going to be good though once we get it set up. Should be good. Yeah, hope everybody's doing good out there. Sorry, I'm not looking at the comments at the moment. I'm not able to, but we'll check in with y'all guys in a second. Let us know if the audio is what you think about the audio now. It should be a lot closer. We got the octave going. Let us know if the audio is what you think about the audio now. It should be a lot closer. We got the octave going. Let us know if the audio is what you think about the audio now. It should be a lot closer.
Yo.
That should be better now, right? Anyway.
Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, okay.
Alright, now we just gotta figure out the
Camera position?
yeah. Oh, I guess it gives you That's funny, yeah, that one spot seems to be a lot better. I don't know why, like yeah. Is that
I don't know.
better?
Well, I don't think it's worse. Put it that way. I might be able to even squeeze in the shot, would you?
Cool. How's it? Are we still okay, cool.
It's running on delay.
Yeah, I guess it's always a little bit delayed. That's so funny. Alright, cool. Looks like we're golden.
I guess.
Golden. Alright. Sounds good. Alright, cool. It is better. Nice. Alright, cool. So we got, hopefully the service is a little better in that spot, and we got the mic now. We have a legitimate mic now picking us up, so.
Yeah, I can move that closer even. We have the ability.
We have the technology. I like that mic,
The mic condom?
yeah, it's cool. It's like, this green, it looks like really old school, like 70s green.
That's early 2000s Radio Shack is what
Really?
that is. Yeah.
It reminds me of like the mics I used to, I went to Binghamton. It was like a school up in Binghamton. There's a radio station there, and it looks like some of the mic covers they had, and it was like, some of the stuff was really like vintage in it. Reminds me of that.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's early 2000s, man. I guess that's almost 20 years old, so 15 years old. Yo, so
Can roll it back your way a little bit, I think.
cool. Yeah, whatever. As long as they got those
just
bars up in there.
Trying to center the shot. Yeah, it seems like it's kind of like, I don't know, hit and miss with where the service is working, so.
Does it seem like it's alright there?
It's hard to say. It's a little blocky. And of course I'm looking at top chat again instead of fucking live chat. I don't know why that is.
I don't know why it like automatically changes to that. Yeah, but thanks for hanging out with us tonight, sitting through our switcheroos and technical difficulties. We're just messing with some mic settings. I should probably move this closer too, because I gotta hook up the.
Yeah, you might as well power it.
Power it up. Oh, hello. Right. Got the power in there. Let's take a quick peek on the back side. All right, looking good. It looks good. It's funny, it looks good on the phone. I guess that makes sense.
It's really not bad here. I mean, every once in a while it's a little blocky, but that could be my service too. I don't know.
Yeah. Cool. It does look a lot better now. The lighting looks pretty good.
The lighting we could probably.
Yeah, so what's everybody got going on tonight? It's like all of a sudden winter here
In New York.
In New York, it's like we were just saying. We're just talking outside. It was like all of a sudden it went from barely fall to winter. So
Yeah, it's like fucking freezing right now.
yeah, it's crazy. don't know why it has to be so cold already, but yeah, because they're saying 5 to 8 inches tomorrow, right?
Yeah. What's up there, Bobby?
Hey, Bobby, what's up?
Almost got that right. Still too much meat.
Oh, on the light.
Yeah. Just trying to balance it out, man.
Straight down the pipe.
You're like sitting in a fucking shadow. I'm sitting in the fucking in the sun. That's better.
Oh, I could like move over or something.
No, you're fine.
Cool. All right, that looks good. Looks like we're rolling.
Yeah. Finally got it settled into
All
something
right.
that's functioning.
Welcome to the live stream, folks. We just wow, we did some really intense troubleshooting. Oh, so last week, Jay, you want to tell them about this guitar?
Not really.
It's a follow-up to last week.
What about it?
So this is the first act, $25 guitar Jay was talking about. You got it from like a yard sale or something?
Yeah, my sister's boyfriend left it at my parents' house when they moved to Arizona, and it was slated for the family yard sale. So
It's sick, man.
it had acoustic guitar strings on it. It was all fucking nasty. Had like this white pick guard that went all the way up here and came down.
Weird. Yeah, you just took that gun. Yeah, it
Got
looks
rid of
cool
that.
like that. Like it's like very minimalist, like no frills. It feels great, man. You did great work on that.
Polished the frets.
I don't know what the condition was beforehand, but it's
gunky,
nice.
gunky. Polished the frets, oiled the fretboard, readjusted the neck, shimmed the neck, set the whole bridge up. P9 in a humbucker case. Got rid of the tone control. I left the pot because there's a hole there. And yeah, that's about it. Sanded the finish off the back of the neck. I don't know if I said that.
Oh yeah, that's feel good. It sounds good, and there's like some recordings you did too that sounds fucking sick with that rat you were showing off last week. That also sounds good. It's nice, man. I'm excited to see what happens with the Synsonics. If you caught the stream last week, we were talking about the Tim. I think that was last week. The guitar Tim gave me. Was that last week?
Was.
No. Tim was moving, and yeah. So Jay and I both. It seems like we have this like mirrored thing sometimes. Like when I got the Sans amp, you wound up getting a Sans amp.
Yep.
You got a cheap guitar. I got a cheap guitar.
Pretty
Like
much.
we seem to mirror each other a lot with acquisitions. It's funny. It's like we're on the same
Luck of the fucking draw.
same
man.
universal like wavelength that just like hooks you with stuff. It's funny.
Yeah.
So
So the Synsonics, I got all taken apart. I adjusted the neck before I took it
cool, man.
apart.
yeah, what's the progress? What's the prognosis?
Well, the truss rod was frozen on it,
Oh really?
so I had to get that snapped loose and working. And I got the neck to flatten out pretty good.
Nice.
I'm kind of just letting it rest with no strings on it right now, and we'll get the adjustment set on it once it's all back together again. But
Cool.
the two pickups are wired in parallel, so I'm putting a switch in for one or the other or both in the middle. And then I got the Moss
That's
right.
cool because right now they're just both on all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah, and it there's a cancellation that happens. It's like thin and weird.
I noticed that too. Yeah, I thought it was just the pickups, but that's gonna be cool. That now that it has like a.
Well,
That's
the
awesome.
pickups aren't great, but they could be better if they were isolated in that way. So
Right. Yeah. Well, what do you think they use for the pickups in like a cheap guitar like that? They're just like
whatever China can
no
provide
frills.
that year.
Like, hey, we need these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably
No,
5.5
they
or
seem like
6K.
they're not the same size as like normal pickups. It's just.
I haven't tried any other ones in there. I think you probably fit a Strat pickup.
Well, that's
in it,
what I'm
but-
wondering is like if it makes sense to, upgrade the pickups. Again, it's just going to be a guitar. I mean, I want to put that fuzz circuit in there. It's going to be cool.
I played the guitar through that fuzz circuit before I took it all apart.
Oh yeah, how did it sound?
It's pretty gnarly. It's a real ragged fucking fuzz.
That's the fuzz, right?
Yeah. So that's going to be a one knob fuzz.
Cool.
You have a guitar volume. The pickups are going to directly feed at full volume into that fuzz circuit's bypass switch. And then the guitar volume will be the master volume for the fuzz or for the pickups, depending on where your selector is, either in or out.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fuzz is basically unity gain
It's like always on.
when you max it out.
Yeah.
When you max it out, it's basically unity gain. And then the second knob will be for the Moss right has a variable knob between the first gain stage and both gain stages. So all the way down is like the minimum. There's like one little shitty transistor stage, and all the way up is both stages. They cascade. So it'll have a knob for that. But
cool. I'm excited about that.
I'm adding 2 switches to it. That's it. And then
Awesome.
the battery.
Oh, because like you said, the one knob is going to serve both functions. I thought for some reason I thought you were going to add a pod too.
No, I don't need to.
Okay,
Unless
cool.
you need the tone control.
I don't really remember. I think I always just kind of max it out anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I think most people do. So
Yeah.
I just cut it right out.
Yeah. Okay. So the tone is now the fuzz.
Yeah.
Cool.
That'll be the fuzz intensity.
That's gonna be sick. And then you're saying so like you could be playing something clean and then like hit the switch and it'll go right into fuzz.
Right.
Oh fuck yeah, that's gonna be sick. I'm really excited about that. I've always wanted like a always thought that was cool. I mean, you know, guitarists and people who play guitar, like that's something you always can do is, you know, play with the volume. I feel like that's always the volume knob, you know. Depending on how loud or like how overdriven your amp wants to be, you can always set your amp so that it's like overdriving, but then
Sure.
dial back your volume on cleaner parts. But it you definitely need to practice like slamming that or
Well,
like opening that volume, you know.
So your selectors are, there's one ahead of the volume knob, which will be your pickup switch, and then there's one between the volume and tone offset down below it,
And that'll
which
be
will
the
be your
fuzz.
bypass.
Yeah.
So you can't accidentally bypass it.
Yeah.
You could
that's gonna be my
accidentally switch
question.
pickups, but you can't accidentally bypass the fuzz.
That's cool.
And since you'll be down there to switch the fuzz anyway, if you had to adjust the volume, it's in the same neighborhood. You could literally just go boop.
Yeah.
But,
That's gonna be cool.
but yeah, that MOSFET circuit with the transistors that I use in it is like I said, it's basically unity gain when you max it out. So
Yeah.
giving it its own volume control is stupid. The intensity control actually is kind of dumb too, really, but putting it in there just because it's nice to have the ability to vary it if you want to.
Yeah.
And that way, if you run like a fuzz after it, you could always like turn the intensity of the fuzz right down and make up the signal on the back end with whatever your pedal chain is.
Cool. I'm excited, man. That's gonna be really sick.
Yeah.
Did you try it with the other fuzz circuit too?
No,
What's the other one? Fuzz.
it's just a fuzz
Oh,
face.
fuzz face. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever actually played either one of those.
The fuzz right's not my favorite circuit, but it sounds okay. It's grainy. It's like on the borderline of gated, but not really gated. Like you can hear that it wants to, but it doesn't. But you know, it's got its own thing.
It'll be a cool. I mean, that was like an experiment I wanted to do back when you told everybody and us about, or me about that too. Was like, I just didn't want to put one of those in the silver tone just because it's
No, I wouldn't hack that guitar up.
Yeah, like that one. I feel like
for the sake of that
like it is.
experiment.
Yeah, this is more of an experiment, and like
Yeah.
it was just kind of perfect because, like I said, the guitar, as a recap, it was living in face side up, or like you could have like just for the sake of the story, like, it was in like a little bit of a puddle, had like mouse shit all over it.
Yeah.
So it was, who knows? I don't know. Somebody had brought it there, abandoned it, you know, left it to just the time, and then I was there. And I was like, this guitar is cool, man. What is this thing? He's like, I don't know. Somebody like left this here. So I found it a few years ago, grabbed it, you know, did a little bit of adjustments on it so that it was like at least playable, and then gave it to Tim because Tim was at that point. Tim and I were playing. This was before we were playing with Jay. Tim and I were playing with Pat and Chris and Be Cool Cowboy, and like you know, Tim wanted to fuck around with guitar too, so I gave him that guitar, you know, so he could fuck around with it. And I think he played it for a while, and it was in a weird tuning when I got it back. I don't know if it was from just like sitting around or if he had been messing around, but he was moving and didn't want to bring it. I guess he wasn't really playing it. So long story short, I got it back, and then I remember Jay was doing the fuzz circuits and the guitar, so I was like, all right, man. I got the perfect one. Because originally I was gonna just listen on reverb and just, you know, give it up to the reverb gods. If anybody wanted it on there, you know, I don't think it's worth more than $100, maybe or $200. Like,
I doubt you can get that out of it. You'd be lucky. Probably get 50 or 75 out of that.
Yeah. See, I don't even know. I didn't even really look. You know, I know it's cheap like, shit.
Yeah.
I think it's made by Gretsch, or some. I remember reading something about it that it's.
I'd be fucking surprised if Gretsch made that. I think
it has
China
some
made it.
relation
Probably
to them. I don't.
Gretsch or somebody imported it.
Maybe that's what. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
But it's another mail away guitar, I know. So.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with cheap guitars either.
Oh hell yeah. You hear the train in there? Can you guys hear the train?
But I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with cheap guitars either.
You hear the train in there? Can you guys hear the train? Let's check it. What's going on with the chat? Let's check in.
Not really anything going on with the chat. I haven't. I haven't addressed it.
You guys still out there?
A couple guys talking about weather. Bobby loves Gretsch guitars. MPF Project loves their cheap guitars.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, cheap guitars are where it's at. I mean, it's the kind of thing where, you know, you get it because you want to beat it up or whatever, and then you get to a point with it where it's like, you know, I gigged with a guitar that was only $150 new, and it came with a fucking amp.
Yeah.
I use that guitar for everything. That's like my fucking instrument. I can't figure it out. I got guitars that are worth 5 times as much as that piece of shit. And
yeah.
It's like, you know.
Well, I think that's the thing too with me is like, you know, the Silvertone, I think it was like $400. I got it a couple of years back at Guitar Center, and you know, it was like amp and case, and it was like just drawn to it. It felt great. Boom, just got it. But I don't think I could spend more than like, I think the most expensive guitar I ever owned, I got for like, it was it was the first one I got. It was like $500. It was like a Highway 1 Strat from 2000, early 2000s. I think it was the first year of those. Great guitar, man. Those were like really well done. They were before they changed them over to like the 70s styling. They had like the 50s, 60s styling or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are fucking nice. It sounded great. The pickups are cool. Great feeling neck, and but like I just could never see spending $2K on a guitar, mainly because like I just wouldn't feel comfortable owning a $2,000 guitar, and then I wouldn't like want to play it out unless I was like, you know, in Spoon or something, or like, you know, one of these guys in these bands that's what you do for a living. But even then, I just feel like $2K, like I don't know. For me personally, that's just fucking. I'm all about like the hand-me-down, cheap guitars, or like, you know, guitars in like the $300 to $500 range or below, and that was like my acoustic too. I went to this guitar shop in Kingston for an acoustic one time to try some out. And he had a bunch of like, you know, famous makes and stuff on the wall.
Yeah.
I don't remember, you know, whatever the ones are. I just remember I literally tried every single one in the store, and the one that I picked is the $100. It was like $100 Court was the brand.
Yeah.
Is the brand, and that guitar's been great. It sounds great. It sounds very much like the guitar on like Sea Change by Beck. It's like very boomy. That's the one that's on like all the stuff I'm doing. I'm getting to a point where I'm kind of sick of the sound of it, just because I've had it for so long.
Take the Guild home with you.
Oh, which one's that?
Why?
Oh, I'll check it out. Sure. And you know, that's the thing is like, but that's I guess my point is he had more expensive guitars and different brands, and like the iconic brands, which I can't even think of the name of, but like just from like a blind like without even really knowing anything about the brands, just by like which ones. If I
well,
feel
it's
like
about
if I
how
had
they fucking feel anyway.
And the sound too. It's like I just feel like going through them and how they played. Like if you hadn't looked at the headstocks, if you didn't look at the prices, I still would have gotten the same guitar just because of everything you said, the feel, the sound.
Totally. I just cranked the audio up too for anybody who's watching. So if it's too loud now or not loud enough still or whatever, then say something.
Say something.
But hopefully it's working okay out there.
It seems like it sounds good on there. The picture looks pretty good too.
That's not bad.
The lighting's great, man.
It's working okay, yeah. We're a little tighter into the corner than we usually are, but
that's all good. I mean, that's where the service is. That's what we got to go with. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's something to just trying out any guitars you can get, you know, and seeing which one you like.
Yeah, I like the cheap guitars, and even the most expensive ones I own probably aren't even worth $1,000. So it's kind of like.
I just never felt comfortable, like, especially like, you know, playing basements, bars, you know, outdoor stuff, you know, whatever kind of gigs, concerts, shows. It's like
don't really even need to live in a hard case because it doesn't matter that much.
Exactly.
That's what most of my shit is.
Exactly. If somebody walked off with your $25 first act, like that would suck. But hey, you know.
Well, if they at this point, if they walked away with my Sharp Bell, that fucking Ibanez thing that I've been playing forever, like I'd be fucking mad about that.
Yeah. Because you're like used to it.
I've moved into that guitar.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
that's
Same with the Silvertone. You know, like
yeah.
if that disappeared one day, I'd be really upset.
Replace it, but getting back to like the feel of that guitar. Was
Yeah.
tough.
That's the thing is like, but I mean like taking like versus like a 2K hit, you know.
Yeah, that would be
Like
I
that
would
would
be really mad about that.
And I just feel like you would really that would hurt. I don't know. For me, like that's a lot of fucking money. You know, I know some people. I just feel like $2,000 guitars are for like doctors
and lawyers.
The dude that comes in, the guy, the real estate agent that comes into the guitar store at lunch to relive his glory days. That has the 2K sitting around. I feel like that's who this. Not that I'm knocking anybody that has $2,000 guitars. Just personally for me, I just can't.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
I don't feel like comfortable having that nice of a guitar.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just my own neuroses.
I mean, I guess it depends, man. It's like it depends on the environments that you play in too. If all you ever did was play in like nice recording studios, then having a $2,000 instrument in a flight case would not be a bad thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But, so I don't know what's going on out in the chat though. It's pretty slow.
Pretty quiet. We're still rolling, right?
Yeah, still picture moving and shit.
That's good. And the sound seems good.
Seems like it.
Is it a quiet night out there?
Slow night.
Everybody's everybody's.
So yeah, what's going on, everybody? I see 10 people hanging out in the live chat. What's happening?
What's going on? How's the sound? How's things kicking in? How's the picture tonight? Everybody, what are you guys thinking?
Every once in a while, it gets a little bit blocky still, but
a little bit blocky. Is the sound okay? Maybe. Does the sound ever get fucked up out there?
every once in a while, it gets a little bit blocky still, but
A little bit blocky. Is the sound okay? Maybe. Does the sound ever get fucked up out there?
sound seems fine.
Yeah, I mean, if the picture gets blocky, it's like whatever. But the sound, I feel like, is really the. I mean, that's the thing with like making the YouTube videos and doing all the videos in general is like the one thing I realized like pretty quickly is that. I mean, that's what a lot of people say that make YouTube shit, like, you know, creators and stuff, YouTube Creators Academy or whatever the site is. It's like, it doesn't matter how shitty the picture is, as long as they can fucking hear you good. Like, people will turn off a video way quicker because of bad sound than because of bad image, so, or like, you know, blocky image, so.
Wait a minute, I just clicked over to Top Chat and I just got like, Jesus Christ, shit ton of messages.
What?
I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Maybe your phone didn't load.
I don't know.
So we're still working through some technical difficulties here.
Bobby's saying he bought a Les Paul, saying the most I've spent on a guitar was $300. That was a handmade Telecaster, not a Fender, made by a guy up north.
That seems like a really good deal.
Bobby said it was almost my entire tax return check, but besides the price of the guitar, the guitar was so heavy. G-string kept going out of tune, and I just looked at it mostly. Plus, I felt guilty on spending that much.
Yeah, that's how the guilt. But that's so funny that even a $3,000 guitar,
What's going on, twin?
it's going out of tune. Like, I feel like the guitars that have the headstocks, like the 3 and 3, always like the G string will just never. It will always pretty much go out of tune. But you know, I don't know. I'd rather have 10 $300 guitars than one $3,000 guitar.
Yo, Coop, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, Coop? What up, Matt? So we're live from Jay's. If you're just joining us, we're live at Bohemesphere. We're back. Some OG live stream action you got going on right now. If you've been hanging out on the channel, this may look familiar. If you're new to the channel, this may look new to you.
The angle's different, so it may not look familiar even if you've been here before.
That's
but
true.
Here you are anyway.
But we're back in the saddle over here. It's cool. We got a quiet night up here in the woods. We're just chilling. It's pretty chilly out, so I don't know. We're just warming up the studio here, talking some recording, talking some guitars, and just having fun overall, man. Just having a blast. The chat is weird. I don't have my my usual little iPad here that Jay lets me have.
Well, I might see if it's done with its update yet.
Oh yeah, it's
Get
updating.
that.
So I haven't really been monitoring the chat much, but we'll get
Oh,
to
wait
it.
a minute. What does it say? Here we go. Got it. As long as it loads YouTube.
I wonder if I got like an iPad. Maybe if I can get like a older iPad or something that we could stream from. I don't know if that would make any difference. I'd have to get it. I have to put it onto my plan or whatever. But for like streaming, I don't know. The phone works good, but I wonder if it would be better. I don't know. Do any of you guys have like an iPad that's hooked up to LTE or hooked up to the? Because I know they sell like they're not Wi-Fi enabled. I guess they are Wi-Fi, but they're also you can get them. You know, you can just as like you can put your phone onto like a cell phone plan. I know that you can hook up like an iPad. So I don't know. Maybe I'll look into getting one of them. If I can find a refurb one or something. But that might be cool to use.
Oh yeah, Threaten. Yeah, did you hear about that shit?
Oh man, yeah, I made a few videos on it. I don't know if you.
I haven't seen it, but
Oh my god,
yeah. You know,
Thanks, dude.
I put a big fucking rant on. This guy posted a thing. It's like some, you know, heavy metal critic writer, whatever the fuck, and he posted this big thing blasting this guy. But you know, really, anytime you pay for ad space on Facebook or you know, any of the social media platforms, you're doing the same thing that guy did. He just went like 150 steps past you. You know, like, and everybody's girlfriend comes to shows and shoots videos and they put it up and claim it's fan footage. So I don't think that's really, you know, damning the man for trying isn't really the way to go.
I kind of, you know, like I did the video about it, and I feel like it's sort of tongue in cheek. Like I don't really feel that strongly against the guy or anything.
I don't really feel that.
I think if anything, he's just playing the game that even huge labels and things like that play for years, man.
And the other thing
constantly people are doing shit like stunts like this, or they sell out a club and they buy all the tickets and give them to all these people that'll show up and just to like.
But a lot of people.
That's like the music industry. The guy just didn't take it he needed to take it like another step or two into that direction.
A lot of the people are saying, you know, oh yeah, the promoters lost all this money and all this revenue, but you know, fuck you.
The venue.
Promoters too. Like.
Well, I guess he was his own fake promoter, though.
No, each venue has somebody who buys the talent and does the promotion. So,
well, like
those people all get a cut.
Oh, because the idea was like he actually bought out the venues. He he paid the fee to rent the venues.
The venue didn't lose anything then.
Well, they're saying
they left bar revenue.
Yeah.
Big shit. Fuck you.
Yeah. He paid up front ahead, like the fees for each of the clubs. Yeah, so he technically rented out all the clubs and paid them for the staff to be there. It's not like
they didn't lose shit. Yeah. They lost the bar.
They lost the bar. Yeah.
The amount of clubs that
like a Wednesday night bar tab, I don't know.
But the amount of clubs and promoters that take advantage of bands on a nightly basis all over the world, like even that one guy fucking a few people, like, would never balance out how bad bands get fucked by the average venue situation. Right. So I don't feel bad for them at all. Like,
I think it's I think it's a really interesting story. I like it because from the like Tommy Wiseau angle of like The Room, that's like another comparison. Like people have been making online, and I don't know. I think that's like just for me. That's what I like about it too. Is that it's kind of like this completely left-wing thing, this guy with this completely crazy dream, and the way that he kind of like built it up and made videos about it, and you know, made these videos where it looks like he's playing in front of thousands of people, and you know, there's like interviews with like the other people that were in the band, and they're saying how he was like expecting, you know, expecting more people to be here, or I was expecting people to ask me for autographs, and it's like just like how delusional this guy is.
Yeah, but
I think it's I don't know. I'm into like things that have like cult followings, like The Room and Tommy Wiseau, like that to make. But I don't know. Oh shit, we disconnected.
Yeah. Again. Said it reconnected. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Well,
we got lost there for a minute.
Yeah, we got lost there, fam. Sorry. It's cheesy as hell, but still cool. He's like the Russian person that made a bank sign a contract that wasn't their regular thing. I would also assume the worst whenever we would play shows. Oh, maybe that's something else. Oh, Twin said, hey Twin, you guys think he was just doing some epic trolling? No, but I think that's how he's trying to spin it now. But just from like the interviews with because I've been following this thing every day, every night, and multiple times a day. I gotta admit, I've been typing in threat into Google and seeing what comes up, just because the shitstorm is circling. I first saw it on Facebook actually, which is funny because I don't really go on Facebook. My buddy Campbell, who promotes for the venue, the Colony in Woodstock, or I guess he books the stuff. That's how I got the gig with Reckless Eric. Long story short, basically, but that's how I know Campbell, and I know him from growing up. He first made me aware of the story and was like, "This is crazy. This is like some Trumpian, Orwellian era like fake news type shit." And I feel like it is a symptom of like this weird internet age of like you can do this like make this entirely fake. He made these fake PR companies, fake management, fake people contacting these guys that he was going to be auditioning. Like just the whole ruse of it is unreal.
But,
like how delusional. Like
one of the best tactics though for small indie bands that are trying to do anything bigger than themselves is to like fucking create an email address or whatever on your own server.
Yeah.
That seems like it's a management thing.
Yeah.
And just have one of your guys run it. Like,
yeah.
Fucking bands do that
it's
shit all the time.
It comes down to appearances.
Totally. People do that shit all the time.
I know that's like nothing new, but like the level of that this was done, it just seems like they said this was like 8 years in the making.
Yeah, whatever. I think he got caught up, that's all.
But I mean, I think he's getting insane press from this. Like it's not
so
the press he wanted.
It worked
like,
backwards.
I think everybody's. This is definitely gonna be at least a footnote in the annals, whatever the fuck.
Annals? Not in the annals.
In the annals, in the annals of music industry stuff, man. This is gonna be a fucking meme. This is gonna be a story that people talk about. This is gonna be like the Room level like cult stuff. Because I could tell you right now. If this guy was playing in Poughkeepsie, which is nearby, and the tickets were reasonable, I would go just to see the fucking spectacle of it, just because it's like there's just like a weird level of like respect I have for the guy. That's like,
yeah, I mean,
like he fucking pulled it off. Like he got
gutsy, man.
Everybody fucking talking about him, whether it's like the craziest, like most out there story. The whole thing is just so bizarre. It's like it's just one of those things I feel like that can only be. I don't know, like it can only be perpetrated by somebody who so passionately believes in something that they want to do, whether that thing is good or bad. Usually it's bad, but like in the case of Tommy Wiseau, again, to like bring that up, it's like so bad it's good, and like the
Tommy Wiseau is fucking terrible. I don't know how you get. There's like no way to even dilute that into being something.
I know. I guess I'm trying to be diplomatic about it, but it's like that movie he expected it to be this like classic like blockbuster movie or something.
That is a no acting motherfucker. I don't care.
But I mean like that's what I mean. Like his passion for his project. Like, I feel like you can only have this sort of situation occur when somebody like Tommy Wiseau or this guy Jared Threatin is so adamantly delusional about making their dream come true that they go to these insane lengths that no normal person would ever go to try to make this thing that they think is going to change the world in this positive whatever kind of way, and then it's like has the complete opposite effect to it.
But it doesn't have to change the world, it just has to change his world.
Right. But I mean like the way he's looking at it is like this is gonna be this epic world tour, my band's this I don't know. Like the same thing like again to use the Tommy Wiseau parallel, it's like that guy thought he pumped all this money into this passion project, this movie that he thought was gonna be this like epic classic film, and it bombed obviously, and it's fucking hilarious because it's so bad, but it's like so bad that it's good. That's a certain type of genre. It's like certain campy.
It's like B horror.
Exactly. It's like the same exact thing. Like the movie like Troll 2 or something, where it's like everybody that was involved in that project like had this, or from what I understand, like it can only happen if everybody is so passionate about something that's actually quite bad, but I feel like you can't make a good bad movie. You won't, like if I tried to make a bad movie, it would just be bad. But people who are so passionate about making something that they don't realize is terrible, that's where you get this genre of like good bad music, good bad movies, etc. Like, and I love that fucking stuff. I don't know. I think there's like something to that shit. Yo, we're smoking it out.
You got it fucking epically lit.
I'm gonna check in on this, make sure my whole fucking ramble there.
It's working on mine still.
Still going?
I'm
Oh yeah.
watching it out of the corner of my eye.
I don't know. So what do you guys think? I just think I'm just fascinated by that genre. I've like watched. I have a small collection of really strange movies that are like this one guy, Kevin Kangas. I don't know if you've seen any of his films. They're like Fear of Clowns. He had another one, Hunting Humans. These movies are like, again, it's like this guy has like this crazy passion for, dude, it's fucking lit in here. Holy shit. Can you see that on the screen? Oh my god, I might have to step out, dude. This is getting like... Jay, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking lit. Holy fuck. Can you see that on there? It's like crazy lit in here, man.
You want me to take it out there?
I don't know, man.
Plug in your lungs?
I'm having like a hard time.
Smoked out Mike.
Holy
Jesus.
fuck, you got me that time, man.
Told you I lit it in an epic way,
Oh
man.
my god, that thing's like cherried right now.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
It's going good, man.
It's going good, yeah.
Palo Santo.
Palo Santo. Holy fuck. Oh man, I feel like I'm like... Holy fuck. It's just like walking around like giggling. Like, do you see how smoked out it is in here? This is crazy. So that's like a form of incense, pretty much, right?
It is. It's called Holywood. They burn it in churches and shit.
Oh hell yeah. We got a little holier than thou just before with the Hollywood going.
I love that shit. I burn it in here all the time.
Dude, it smells great. Yeah, I like it.
Oh yeah, I can put the circulation directly on you. How about that?
Oh sweet, thanks, man. Yeah,
It'll clear out in a couple minutes anyway.
Just joining us. We just like made this place lit, man. It was fucking cherry. Burned that Palo Alto wood.
Santo.
Oh, Palo Santo wood. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, I think there's like a certain genre of stuff. Like I was saying, like Kevin Kangas movies. If you've never heard of that guy, do a Google of it. I don't even know if those movies are available anywhere.
What is it, Kevin Cankle?
Kevin Kangas, like Kangas Khan. And again, like if you watch those kind of movies or watch the trailer for them, it's like they're so bad, but
Manos, Hands of Fate. Yes, I have.
yeah, that's
Holy
like
shit.
that genre of like
That fucking film is terrible.
you have this like passion. It's like I think the B horror movie genre is like the perfect example. You know, it's like stuff that's so fucking camped out that it's like actually like the thing that makes it good is that it's bad. You know, like something that's supposed to be this serious horror movie and it turns into this it's just fucking epically funny in a way, and it has this comedic element to it, much like this Threatened stuff where it's like, I mean, I think Threatened, Jared, he seems to have like, you know, I don't know, I guess he can write his,
Thing's got no
he
fucking
can write his
service
track,
again.
you know, he has a bunch of songs, like I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea, but I don't think his level of musicianship is that level, but and music is so subjective, I guess, you know, but I don't know. I'm trying to be diplomatic, but yeah, I mean, just like campy horror shit that's, you know, people who go into these movies and people who write stuff and make stuff have the money to make these passion projects that they think are going to be these like life-altering epic things, which I guess in the case of these two individuals, Tommy Wiseau and Jared Threatin, like, you know, it turns out the way that it does, because he's getting a lot of press about his music, but not for the reasons that he was intending for it to. Same with Tommy Wiseau. Like, he got a lot. I mean,
Yeah, but Tommy keeps it up, man. He's like doing
he
his
does
like,
other
Joker
stuff,
audition
and now,
and shit.
yeah,
I mean, like he
he's-
knows he sucks, man.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's the thing. Like he leaned into it. I don't know if Jared is gonna do the same, but
Trauma, yeah. There's some shit
Trauma,
that's
yeah.
fucking wacky and campy as hell. You ever notice in like every Trauma film, there's titties no matter what,
yeah,
no matter what. Like they just
that's
be.
like that's like their thing.
It's like, oh, we're in like a fried chicken joint. Here's boobs. Like,
Yeah,
whoa, that's weird. All right.
and there's always like really over the top violence and shit like that. Evil Dead is a good example, even though I think that movie is actually like really really good. But
Which one?
Evil Dead,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's like, you know, that's like a horror movie, but I
Oh,
mean it's, you know, Bruce Campbell is fucking Bruce Campbell, you know, but and obviously Sam Raimi is an amazing director, so that's kind of not quite the same thing, but I guess that's the genre I'm referring to. These like horror movies that are more have like comedic element to them.
Well, a lot of
That's
that
kinda
stuff I
different.
think is meant to be.
That's more
Whatever.
like a weird mix of genre. I guess I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking of stuff that's legitimately like, when you see it, you know that it's bad, but it's like laughably bad, like to the point of it becomes like a completely different genre.
Yeah.
And that's my point, is like it's kind of like Unsolved Mysteries too. I did the video about that. I did a tribute to Robert Stack yesterday.
Yeah, I
You
saw
can
that.
show
I was done with
yeah.
that.
Unsolved Conspiracies. So yeah, because somebody downvoted the shit out of the video I did about Threaten on Monday.
Really?
Yeah, and like the channel, like I've never gotten anything like that. I don't know. Mike from MPF Project seems to think it was an inside job, but the whole thing was just really weird. The video was live for a while. I like checked it and then like went to go eat dinner, and then I came back and just like refreshed my page, and it was within like five to 10 minutes, and all of a sudden was like, it was almost like somebody downvoted it 6 times in a row, like really quickly. And I was just kind of like, you know, the conspiracies, maybe that's Threaten himself. He's got all these accounts, like I don't know, because it just seems odd that video is so I don't know, maybe it's just a shitty video. I don't know. Maybe you guys didn't like it. Maybe the other people, maybe you guys in the chats downloaded it. I don't know, but
Hey, what's going on, Max?
I just thought it was weird. Hey Max.
This fuck. I don't know why the fuck this won't connect.
Yeah, it says it doesn't have service. That's all good.
I mean, it's sitting right fuck next to me. I don't know how it could not have service, but my phone has service. That should too. I'll put it in airplane mode, and then we'll kick it back on and see if it reestablishes that way.
Yeah, I forgot what we were saying now. What were we just talking about? That San Palo Santo got to me.
You all high on the Palo Santo, man? That sucks.
Yeah, I got the Hollywood vibes. Oh, the conspiracy thing, Unsolved Mysteries. So like Unsolved Mysteries, like that's kind of one of the best parts about that is the reenactments of the crimes, and like some of those are just so fucking bad, but they're amazingly funny. Like I feel like that's the genre. It's like,
But those also are fed to you in like a, I don't know, it's different. They're fed to you like under some sort of like pretense. There's like a tension there because there's this guy telling you a story in like a dark, creepy voice and shit, right?
Yeah.
So like, even if the acting's fucking terrible and like the props and shit don't fit and like the storyline's out of time and everything else, like it doesn't really matter. It's like fed to you as a campy
as
project.
like I see what you're saying.
Product.
Yeah. But I feel like
know.
that's like the brilliance of that show, is that it's fucking creepy, but at the same time, like the reenactments, some of that shit is so bad. I'll have to make a playlist of my favorite episodes. You guys can check them out.
You know, there's a Nirvana or a Kurt Cobain episode of that show.
Yeah. My point is like that's like at some level that's like a serious show, and these people are like seriously trying to film these reenactments of these murders, but because of the talent pool and because of the way that's shot and because of like the Robert Stack element of it. It's like it comes off as being like sometimes it's just so fucking hilarious, like how bad it is. I don't know. I just feel like that whole genre, that whole idea, like I feel like you just like if you go into something and say I want to make a bad movie that's really good, like you'll never be able to do it. Like the only people that can do that are people who like really passionately think that what they're making is this amazing thing, and then it comes out, and then when it's out, it's like, oh wait, this is like actually like really bad. Because there's like bad movies, and then there's like good bad movies. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I'm going off of a fucking tangent. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about the whole threat thing? That's something that everybody's talking. Like a lot of people are talking about it. I mean, we're talking about it right now. I did a couple videos on it just because I couldn't believe it, and it's just developing. He put out some weird statement today about it.
Bobby wants to know when the 424 compilation is coming out.
Yeah, end of the year I usually do like a 2018. Like last year I did 2017. I guess like around Christmas maybe. I did like a 2017, just like tracks from the channel. I was planning on doing another one this year. Bobby did a cover of Making That Cheddar from last year. It's fucking sick. Bobby, great job. It's like a Wu-Tang, Eminem, like cover. It sounds fucking sick. But yeah, I'm gonna put that one on the comp. Videos or like Trash Your Fantastic theme song. Like it's just like a fun like little compilation of like theme music and shit from the channel. Just like an accessory or like a.
This is back at the moment.
Oh, cool. You know, just like an
restart it.
accessory, or not an accessory, but like an addition, just like a small addition thing. I think Andrew sent me a track, like an LA cover. I was gonna put that on there. I gotta dig up some of this stuff, but yeah, just anything that's like, you know, channel related, something along those lines. Maybe it was the digital community. Yeah, Bigfoot Hunters, that's a good example too. Oh, is that true, Kevin? He was trying to make it really scary? That's funny. Surf Nazis Must Die, yeah, I've seen that one. Hey, Zorlock. I didn't know that they were trying to make that really scary. I feel like that's a great example then, because it was like, in a kind of a different way, and it wound up being this amazingly comedic movie, and I feel like it almost created a genre in itself, you know? Mystery Science Theater, that's a perfect example. Yeah, the movies, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm saying, Bobby. Sorry it took me so long to check back in here, but yeah, you guys are killing it. Yeah, exactly. Like Mystery Science Theater, that whole premise of that show is people cracking jokes about these movies that were made in seriousness, but they're so bad that you can, like, you know, just constantly make jokes about it. That's perfect. But it's like, I feel like that's like such a hard thing to pull off. That's something I've always thought would be cool to do, you know, try to make a really bad movie. But I feel like if you go into it being like, I want to make a bad movie, like, it'll just be bad. It won't be like Mystery Science Theater, good, bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know. I don't know. I think with the whole threatened thing, I think it's kind of, there's a lot of parallels to that. I'm curious to see what happens with it personally, just because of how it's just like everywhere right now, and like a lot of press and stuff. And he put out some weird statement today that was like, I turned an empty theater into an international news story or something. Like, if you're reading this, you're part of the illusion or some shit. It's like,
whatever, might as well run with it.
I don't know. We'll see how he spins it, but you know, there's also a bunch of interviews now with like the other kids that toured with him, and I guess his brother is somebody in like a metal band, and he had a statement about him. It's pretty interesting. I gotta say, it's definitely the most interesting music story I've heard in a long time. It's very captivating. I don't know if this thing is loading. Let me try changing it to the top chat. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I feel like I'm stuck at like the Bigfoot Hunters comment.
Yeah, Bigfoot Hunters, like the last one. Yeah,
oh no, here comes a bunch.
Oh.
Okay, question for you. Release an album, EP, single. Do you think it's worth all the work doing an album, or should you just upload song after song to Bandcamp?
Is that Jason?
Yeah.
Good. That's a great question, Jason.
I think it depends on what you want out of it. And it depends on how strong the songs are. If you have, you know, one song that you feel like is great and the rest of them are kind of filler, I would put that out as a whole collection. If you have a whole bunch of songs that you think are strong, I would put out your 2 or 3 strongest singles and then drop the whole thing. But that's just me.
Yeah, I guess it depends what your goals are, Jason. I did a couple of videos on like why you should only release singles, why you should only release albums. They're like the rant videos. But I was actually talking about this today a little bit on the podcast. The podcast come out tomorrow. It's about this like scatter shot versus like targeted idea of creating stuff. And I feel like lately I've been kind of scatter shot, like just doing a lot of shit, but not really focused about it. But I don't want to be pessimistic, but I just feel like this is the way shit is now. It's like, I feel like when you put something out, whether it's a single, an EP, or an album, the cycle that it has is maybe you get like a week of people being interested in that, or a week where that's new and like out there, or like, so I mean,
well, everything is spikes, and
I guess I just mean like it's just here today, gone tomorrow. Like whether you put out any one of those things, this is something I've been meaning to do for my Bandcamp and like show people, is like whether I put out the 5-song shit or a singles thing or something that's longer, it has like the same exact. Each one of those things has the same exact
shelf life.
Shelf life. So it's like, I don't know though. I'm still somebody that loves listening to albums. I love listening to like full ideas, or like, you know, stuff that's what I grew up listening to. But I don't know. I guess if it's worth it to you, I would say do it. But I think that's a really big problem. I mean, I don't know if I think it's partially the internet age. I think it's partially there's so many albums and access to so much music today, which is amazing on one hand, because we can, you know, find our exact taste in things and go really deep into the niches that we want to go deep into. But at the same time, I don't know. For me, you know, like that's kind of why I was like like releasing stuff faster and kind of trying to do stuff more, because I realized like like Jay is saying, the shelf life of things, whether it's, you know, 1, 2, or, you know, 1, 5, or 10 songs always seems to be about the same. And I think unless you're really lucky, or unless you're really trying to push something, I think it's like nothing is like everlasting. Nothing is really evergreen anymore, I feel, you know. And it's like, you know, in terms of social media especially. But the thing is, like, I don't know, like again, but the other thing is on the back end, like that seems to be where people find my music the most. So like that's why I just kind of rush to put shit out and just put it out and then just keep putting more stuff out, because at some point in time somebody's going to discover that through the channel, through Spotify, through me playing a show, and then they're going to have a whole backlog of shit that they can check out and get into. But in terms of like the initial release of shit, I just feel like it almost doesn't matter, because it always has like the same shelf life. So you should just do whatever the fuck that you want to do. Unless you wanted to try to like promote your band or get people to start coming to shows or whatever, it's like, then if you did something where you're releasing like a single a week, or, you know, you're doing something on a weekly basis, or I think weekly with music is a great way to do it, like trying to do a song a week or putting stuff out. That's kind of what I've been doing on the Patreon, as you know, Jason. Thanks for being a patron. Thankful this month to all my patrons, the guys out there. Thank you so much.
Only this month though.
Only this month, because it's Thanksgiving. Every month, of course. But yeah, I don't know.
The rest of the time, I'm fucking pissed off at you.
The rest of the time, I'm pissed off.
Fucking pissed off.
It's a tough question. I think you can make the argument for either one. You know, personally, I love listening to albums and EPs. So, but singles are cool too. But at the same time, like again, I guess it comes down to what your goals are as a musician. Hope that makes sense. It's not too out there. No connection. I can't see.
I just remember that. That was from our original TascFam prototype release reveal.
Oh, I thought that sounded familiar.
Yeah.
See, that's something else that should go on that compilation. What? We got some music playing in the other room.
Nah, it's the iTunes picked it up, and that's coming out of the headphone mixes.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What happened?
We got somebody, somebody thinks, alright, yo, mod, we got a mod, we need a mod out here. Thanks, Jay. Bump that shit. Yeah, that's a good point. It's working. He's talking about it. That video was awesome. And make 10-minute epic songs. Double out. You have a Discord? I don't know how many fans would be interested, but I sure would. Yeah, it's funny. I wasn't sure either.
Discord?
I
mean, it was a really good 80s punk hardcore label, but
Discord is yeah, it's run by Ian McKay, and no, it's like a it's like a private chat room for whatever you want. So you could make one about, you know, Threaten, or you can make one about Operation Audio, or you can make one about 424 recording. I think I actually do have one. I never really told anybody about it. There's like a way to integrate it with the Patreon, which I think I'll do. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a cool idea. I would love to do that. It would just be another place for people to hang out and people to talk. It's in real time. The thing is, like, I just feel like with all this shit, I don't know. It's impossible to be everywhere all the time. But I that's a good point. I think I will get the Discord going. Thanks for mentioning that, Turtleneck. I think that would be cool and something we can check in on and be a little bit more. It'd be a little bit more. The stream didn't freeze. I just kind of froze in my brain. It's like more real time. It's like a chat room for 424 recording, and it's through Discord, I guess. It's like a private chat server for whatever you want.
it's a chat server?
Yeah.
Like IRC chats? Like fucking pedophile computer-to-computer networks and shit?
Oh, what does that mean?
You don't know what the IRC chats were? Like in the 90s, there were like these fucking chat rooms where like all the sketch fucking skeeve bag motherfuckers hung out.
I mean, well,
like,
yeah, I guess it's like kind of
molest
similar to
each
that.
other and
It's
shit.
basically like a private. Well, it's
there
not,
were no moderators and nothing you
well,
could
no.
do about
Oh, yeah,
anything.
no. This is like moderated by the community. It's like a community chat room. No, this isn't like dark web shit. It's like.
Yeah.
You know, it's mainly used for games and like gamers and people. You know, it's like a chat room. Like, if you're like a game streamer, you can have this chat that's always running, and your fans can hang out there. Kind of, I guess. I just never really got it going.
Yeah, I remember those too. I was in like, I don't know, fucking junior high and then into high school going on that shit. Mad sketchy. I definitely learned some of the worst shit I've ever learned about humanity from being on things like those chat servers when I was a kid.
Someone started 14.
Oh God, I won't be there. Dark
Yeah.
web, I'm not going to jail. For you or anybody. That's what I did, man. Wayne's World.
Keep an eye out. We'll get the Discord thing going, and we'll figure something out with it. Because I honestly think it already exists. You may be able to find it. I don't know if whatever the URL would be, because I definitely made one, but I never I made it because it was you could integrate it with Patreon. There's like certain roles you can give people. You can have people mod certain channels on it, and yeah, it's pretty sick. That's a great idea. I think we'll get that rolling out. So stay tuned for a bit about that, and we'll see what happens with it. I just wasn't sure if that's something people will be interested in, and also, like I said, it's another thing that you need an account for. But I guess if it's specific to this, maybe it can be integrated with the forum, or there can be a link to it on the forum so that people, if they need real-time help, can go to that, can go to the Discord, etc. And then we'll figure out how to do some roles with the patron stuff. See how it works out. I really wanted to do, this is a totally different thing, a discourse. So So there's Discord and Discourse. Discourse is more of like a newfangled, like forum type thing. And Discord is like, so it's like, there's just like so many things. So I was like, originally
I do remember rotten.com, yes.
Oh boy.
As you were.
That's like some early Web 1.0 stuff, right?
No, rotten.com was like all like the grisly murder.
Yeah, but I mean, like that was like AOL.
They
That
had
was
like
back in
the
like
month club. Remember
like
that
Web
shit?
1.0, like the
Yeah, it was fucking OG. It was like all stills and
just like bad shit.
gnarly as fuck. I wonder if you can't type it because like that whole site I think has been
Yo,
like,
Catface, what's up?
whatever, fucking censored by the internet.
Yeah, it probably won't let you do it. I mean, Discord's super expensive. So I think it's expensive if you host it through them, but you can install it on your own server, and which I could figure out how to do pretty easily, or you can install it in your own like URL or your own. Basically, you can install it yourself, and you just have to pay Droplets to host the cloud service. You have to pay them basically for the space to have it exist, which is like 10 or 15 bucks a month. Discourse, but if you pay, I think it's like $100 if you're a month if you're paying it directly to Discourse and they handle it. Basically, you can. It's basically open source, so you can install it wherever you want, but you have to maintain it, which I don't think it shouldn't be too tough, because I know a little bit about that stuff, and I think David. I was talking to David about it a little bit. I don't know if David's here tonight, but it is expensive if you go through Discourse. But if you just go through Droplets, it's 10 or 15 bucks to host it in the cloud. Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't do it unless I don't know. If I was gonna do Discourse, I would just do it myself. Definitely wouldn't. I would definitely unless you know if it was like some huge. I'm trying to think of like because like Discourse is used by like something like South Park, like Matt and Trey. There's like a Discourse forum for South Park. There's a Discourse forum for, this is a great example, a music example, for Electron, the makers of Digitakt and those devices. They have a Discourse forum, and that makes sense because they're a huge, or bigger company that has information for their products. Like, I don't know, I'm assuming they probably pay the $100 a month because that's a great resource for people into their stuff. But yeah. Let's say I won the lottery or 424 exploded into something that was the size of Electron. I don't think. I'm actually a member of Bo Beats. He has a Discourse that's private. If you're a patron, you can have access to his forum. It's called simplysynth.com. It's fucking sick. But he has a Discourse forum. I actually asked him that. I'm pretty sure he hosts it himself or does the $10 fee, because that seems like a lot. But he's also a bigger YouTube guy, so maybe he's got the cheddar. Maybe he's making that cheddar. He can make a Discourse for him.
I'm sitting right over the heat vent. It's making me tired as fuck.
Is the Hackintosh built? No, I still got to do that. Yeah, I think it's like 10 or 15 bucks a month for it.
Catface, if you can get them, use the JJ EL84s. They live longer.
Max.
Given a choice, I would go with the Sovtex just because they tend to be more consistent than the modern Mullards and Tongue Soles for some reason. I can't really tell you why. There's also vintage military type EL84s ruggedized. I think it's a 7189. I've had really good luck with those, surviving all kinds of abuse. Look that number up, but I'm pretty sure that 7189 is the number, the ruggedized EL84 variant. I have a bunch of Westinghouse versions of that too, and they sound great.
No, I'm still looking into the Hackintosh, Jeremy.
The JJ Tone, the power tubes, you won't beat. the preamp tubes sound flat as hell. I would not use a JJ preamp tube in anything, and I recommend against those adamantly.
Do you have any experience, hey Max, I think you said hi, but do you have any experience releasing and distributing physical copies of an album? Yeah, I fucked up my wrist. No, it's not from repetitive though. It's not repetitive strain. I went to sit down on this air mattress. I think I misjudged the distance that I was from it.
Yeah.
The way that I came
Landed
down on my
your
wrist,
fucking hand or something?
my wrist has just been fucked up now. I don't know. It didn't hurt that bad, but it's just getting older, man. These little stupid injuries you don't think anything of. At the time though, I was like, fuck, that's gonna hurt for a while. But yeah, I fucking fell on it weird, and now it's just really sore. I just sprained it or something, or twisted it weird. I'm okay. I'm alright. Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate that though.
I'm looking at this preamp underneath the bench here because I think it has.
It's got the Mullards.
I think it actually does have Mullard EL84s in it, like original ones, like OG. But yeah, going back to the thing.
Obligatory masturbation. Thanks, Turtleneck.
The JJs in the power section of every amp I've ever used them in sound superior to whatever else was in there before, unless it was some really good vintage juicy thing. But the preamp tubes, yeah, you got to choose something better than a JJ. The JJ preamps will last forever, but they sound like shit from start to finish. So I wouldn't bother unless that's all you can get. So anyway, that's me on that. 12AX7 LPSs. That's my preamp tube of choice for just about everything. And that combo of JJ powers and 12A LPSs in the preamps always sounds awesome. Yeah, the RCAs though, that's old stock glass. That's not modern stuff. The RCA 12AX7s usually sound pretty good. If you buy one, buy 2 or 3, because there's a really good chance that at least one of those will be microphonic, but they do last a long time. The Amprex Bugle Boy 12AX7s are one of the best sounding tubes I've ever demoed. But you'll pay like $175 a piece for those. But yeah.
Max.
The old Raytheons are cool too. But anyway.
Oh no, I didn't want to cut you off.
No, that's it. I feel like we talk about this kind of stuff a lot.
Tube.
What up, Skiz?
Well, I think that's an interesting question. Do you have any experience releasing and distributing physical copies of an album?
Is that a question for me or a
I
question for
think
you?
it's a question for anybody, chat or you or me. It's not directed toward anybody.
I'll show you how my physical distro works. I'll go get it.
I mean, how many copies are you looking to make or move or?
You want to see what my physical distribution looks like? This is what my physical distribution looks like.
This is the DIY.
That's what my physical distribution of everything looks like. Can you see that? You see that? You got some CDs here, and you got
tapes.
cassette tapes,
You got the
cassette tapes, and
new album, the
tapes
old
and
album, the split album.
stickers, and fucking T-shirts. That's my physical right there. And there's this
all the prices.
little price list for it and shit. There's some hangers in here somewhere. Somebody keeps giving me beer koozies. I don't know why that is. And
What are those from?
that's the Planet Woodstock music one.
Oh, weird.
There's some masking tape in there. So yeah, for me that's kind of how that goes.
This is the Gorilla style.
And the way that
shows.
that works is you go and you play shows, and as you're carrying this to your car, people are like, "Yo, can I get that shirt? Yo, can I get that CD? Yo." On it. Yeah, there it is.
So that's Jay's experience with pressing and physically distributing. What was it? Releasing and distributing physical copies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max. For me, I've been in a lot of bands and bands that fronted a lot of money to make physical albums and records, and all sorts of physical shit, and it just never. I kind of stopped doing it with Be Cool Cowboy because it just was always such a fucking money sink. Like I can tell you, I can probably find boxes. Well, not anymore, but like I can probably find a box of all the band's shit from all over the years that I have of just like, you know. Basically, I don't know. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I put out a lot of physical shit in the past for other bands and things I was in, and it always wound up being like, you know, maybe even my own, you know, not great for distributing stuff, but unless you have a distributor or somebody, you know, unless you're working with a label or something, I mean, I could probably maybe sell more. I mean, people have been hitting me up for tapes for some of this stuff, and I think if I'm going to do that, which I haven't forgot, Bobby, I think Jody was asking me, I'm working on it. I'm going to use Matt's. I just haven't gotten the tapes. Something was wrong with the National Audio Company site. I was going to buy some tapes to start pressing, or just like hand dubbing a couple releases upon, you know, people asking me to make something. I'm going to make them something. But, you know, in terms of making 100 copies of something, 50 copies of something, 1,000 copies of something, especially in the older days. In the old days, man, I sound like a fucking dinosaur. You know, like 10 years ago, if you wanted to make a record, it wasn't like today. You know, I mean, it is like today, but exactly like today. It hasn't changed. I guess what I'm saying is like, you always have to make like 1,000 records. You know, like the tapes are a little bit better. CDs. I guess what I'm saying is we used to press a shit ton of stuff. Never sell maybe 3% of it, and then have the other 97% sitting around somewhere. So it got to the point where over the years of that happening, we'd literally just be giving the shit away. Anybody that wanted it, just take it. It doesn't even matter. Just I don't want to have a crate of shit underneath my stairs for, you know, 10 years. And I guess that sounds really, I don't know, I feel like I'm being super negative, but I feel like this is most people's in the DIY releasing shit yourself. I think the best thing to do is to just print shit on demand, you know, if you can.
Well, I think the best thing to do is, if you're going to release CDs, use Kunaki so that you don't have to buy 1,000 of them. Then you don't end up with crates.
Right, and you can
order 25.
There's other companies too. There's a company in Portland, I think now, Atomic Disc or Disc Atomic. They do like shorter runs of stuff.
Kunaki's minimum run is 1, so.
That's sick. Okay, that's a little bit different.
And if you can use Photoshop and you know how to browse the internet, you can use Kunaki's web service. It's really
I would say
nothing to it.
Unless you know that you can sell 100 copies.
I'm gonna just step out for a minute.
Yeah. Unless you know you can sell 100 copies of something, I would advise against making 100 copies of it. If your main distribution tactic is to play shows and you play a lot of shows, then it might be a good idea if you think people will buy it. I've just never had good luck with it. I've kind of shied away from the things. I always use that example of like, you know, you bang your fucking head against the wall expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity. And like, that's how, after a while, it just felt like my life and things were very cyclical, and like, get hyped about something, make a shit ton of copies of it, try to do something with it, nothing ever happens with it. And then you just get to this point, it's like the Spotify thing. Like, I finally did put Just a Trick up on Spotify because people were asking me about it. Enough people were like, yo, what's up? And I was like, alright, I'll put it up. But like that too, like I had put up all the stuff that I was doing on Spotify, and you know, $100, like, it's not like a crazy amount of money, but I just don't want to keep spending $100 to put shit up in perpetuity. I know there's like cheaper stuff, but it's based on yearly or whatever. But you just get to a point where I feel like you try things. I think it's the most important thing is to try things, and then if it doesn't work, pivot, you know. And that's why like now people reaching out to me for single copies, I'm just going to dub them copies whatever they want. I'm going to go to the art shop, print some stuff up, and just give them, and just put them out to people that want them, you know, rather than make a fucking 100 of them. It would be easier for me to just get tapes the length of my releases, or have a couple releases, and then
God damn, is it fucking cold out there.
Just fucking push them out. So I don't know, that's my experience. I don't really have much experience distributing stuff. I know that there's like, you know, I don't know, In the Red Recordings, or I don't know if they're a distributor, but I know like there's, you know, certain labels, they have distributors that should pass their stuff out. I think it's
Or like Caroline and
yeah.
Sony Red. There's a whole bunch.
Yeah, and it's like I think if you get hooked up with one of those,
Yeah.
or I mean, you could go fucking complete DIY route and just try to. I did that with. I used to write like small chapbooks and stuff. And my buddy and I we used to walk around New York and just face to face say, go to the bookstores, independent stores, and say, hey, will you take 5 copies of this?
You used to write what?
Chapbooks.
What the hell is that?
It's like a small book of like poetry or essays or like zines, I guess we'd say.
Okay.
It's
Zines, I know.
Yeah, basically a zine, chapbook type thing, and
Alright.
yeah, but that was like, you know, and then we had those, and that was our distribution for that. But that was a lot of like showing up in person with stuff, showing people off the stuff,
Right.
like that. I don't see why like New Paltz and Kingston around here, there's a lot of record shops. I know they have like local sections. I'm sure you could go in and probably, you know, there's that too. Or like I know I've heard of bands going on tour. They go to a record store. Hey, we're a band. We got these copies. You mind? You know, I don't know, whatever. You want to have a couple copies for the store? I don't know. I guess that's my experience. Not the greatest experience. I think maybe it mirrors a lot of people's experience, but I hope that covers that one. I feel like I was going off there for a little bit. Bobby broke his snuff bone. Oh, that sucks. I feel like that's what happens, man. You get hurt and then you feel that shit forever after a certain age. I think there's a Louis C.K. joke about that. About him, like, speaking of obligatory masturbation jokes. Now, about him saying he goes to the doctor because he like hurt his leg or something, and they're like, okay, well you gotta go to physical therapy and like, you know, keep doing these exercises, and he's like, you know, oh, so I'll be good after that, and they're like, no, you'll have to always do these exercises, otherwise it'll get worse. And they're like, and he's like, well, when will it get better? And he's like, nah, it won't get better. Like, this is it. You know, you reach a certain age and shit just doesn't get better. It just gets shittier in terms of your body. So I don't know.
General life.
Enjoy your general life. Enjoy your yeah. I don't know, man. That sucks. Enjoy your youth if you still got it.
Yeah, we charge $5 for a tape too.
Thanks for that, Jeremy. Slow release
chap
magazine
with a
charge
P,
here.
not a T. I thought you were saying chat. But,
Oh no, chapbooks.
okay.
Oh Matt, what up, late bro? We're back at the Bohemesphere chilling. If anybody's just joining us, we've had a pretty good run here with the camera in this spot.
I wouldn't have said that. Yeah. Touch wood. Yeah, I mean tapes. You know, you sell them for $5, but they cost somewhere on average.
Sending me a message here. Are we still there? It looks.
Disconnected. I don't know why I'm not seeing it.
Yo, that's what I don't understand either. Oh, we're back. It's back on here. Everybody's still chatting, so.
Yeah, I got it there.
Yeah.
Blocky. Very blocky. You can hear us though? Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like. Yo. Holy fuck.
Gone.
I think we're back. I jinxed it. Getting phone calls, getting voicemails, text messages.
Yeah, it's back. I got
Super
it on screen.
popular for some reason at 8:50 in the night time. Yeah, I don't know. I like CDs. I don't think people really buy them anymore. I don't really buy the argument that people say like, oh yeah, I like tapes because my car is a tape player. Like, I think most cars now have CD players.
Most cars have fucking Bluetooth.
Right.
New shit,
I
Bluetooth
mean, like,
only.
people who are using, oh well, I like tapes because I can play them in my car. Like, I mean, I guess cars do have tape players. I'm not saying people's cars, but I feel like the same argument can be made for CDs. Like, most cars from like 2000, yeah, like 2000 upwards have CD players. Like I don't know how old. I mean, unless people are driving their daddy's old Volvo or some shit. Like, you know.
2000, I think, was the cutoff for cassettes in most vehicles.
Right.
After that, I don't think you saw it anywhere. And by then, even most manufacturers were already well into CDs and CD changers.
I think it's funny that CDs have kind of I think at some point they're going to come back. But my friend Dan was saying, he says there seems to be some stigma about CDs. And like why don't people listen to CDs? Like it's just as good of a format and it's just as cheap. I feel like as tapes to put out. No,
it's cheaper.
Yeah. So why is there such a stigma about CDs? You know, is it because they're so easily copied? But like tapes you could copy really easily. Vinyl you could copy with tape really easily.
I think it's the format is dying because there are people out there telling people that vinyl and cassette sounds better, and the more you perpetuate that, the more it hurts the whatever.
I think CDs are gonna come back. I actually got to get my CD collection, but
I think if it fucking has a sound on it that you want to hear, it really doesn't make a shit what it is.
Yeah.
Listen to fucking 3.5-inch floppy disks if it's got your music on it.
Support somebody as an artist, like, you know, that's a good way to do it. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I just like after making.
So is Spotify. So are all the Bandcamp platforms and all the streaming services that people frequent. So I don't think digital is necessarily the argument. But anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Every car is a CD player. Matt said in luxury cars up to 2005 because that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I feel like there was something Jason was saying or somebody said I wanted to address. Bandwidth police. Max, I'll definitely buy a cassette copy, Be Cool Cowboy. Alright, thanks, man. I'll let you know. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff you guys missed here. Small tape runs. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Ian said small tape runs of 25 to 50 max are cool. I think that's something that's to be said is scarcity. It's cool too, like just making 10 copies of something and being like, that's it. I'm gonna make 10 copies of this thing. If somebody wants it, there you go. You know, I think there's something to be said about making them rare, I guess. I mean, anybody could take your music from Bandcamp, buy it, stream it, whatever, and make a tape out of it. But I think as you as the artist, like, I don't know, I think scarcity when you're trying to, you know, if you show up somewhere, you're like, look, there's only 10 of these left. There's only 10 in existence if you want one.
Yeah,
that's why I think I agree with Ian. Like, small runs of stuff is fun because it's like,
we did that split with Mr. Blonde. There are 10 of those that exist. I still have 8 of them. Mr. Blonde had 2 and gave them away.
Right.
So,
yeah.
You know.
Well, there you go, too. I don't know, that's the problem. That's why I don't know. It's like, I feel like this is something I addressed in the podcast tomorrow, but 8 a.m., new one, scattershot versus targeted stuff. This is something I struggle with, too. I just don't even know. Like, I feel like as a creator, as somebody who loves making music, making art, you know, art is just very devalued in our culture. It's been that way for a long time, and also just with the internet. This is something I talk about tomorrow too, but it's, and we were talking about before, like with Jason releasing a single album EP, here today, gone tomorrow. You know, like as somebody who you could spend a year working on something and then put it out, and maybe you have like a week of, you know, got a good week of people checking it out, and then, unless you're paying somebody to fucking promote it, or unless you're touring.
Even if you are paying somebody to promote it, I mean, it's, you know.
The cycle. It's not
a long ride.
And that's what I mean. Like, and as somebody who puts out music and records digitally, records analog or tape, you know, it's like, it's got to just be important for the people that want it, and I think that's the best you can hope for in today's world, because it's just like digital streams are they're worthless essentially. I mean, they don't exist.
They're not in the scope of commerce. works. They really don't.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, they don't really have any kind of. It's not like when people in like the '70s or whatever. It's like you wanted to listen to a band. Your choices were like hearing the song you want to listen to maybe on the radio, or if that band had a vinyl, you could go and buy a vinyl and look at the art, and like that was your connection to the art.
Because I agree with song over fidelity in all cases. Even a poorly documented, well-written song will be better than an amazingly and articulately documented piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
that's very true.
Yeah. And that's sort of what I was meaning by, whatever media it is that contains the music that you want to hear. I don't think it's really all that important where it comes from. I mean, yeah, like the audiophile thing, like, oh, vinyl sounds so much more crisp, and that's just the dust in the grooves, man. That's just the crackles and pops and shit.
I never bought into the audiophile shit, man.
Listen to the songs that you like to listen to. It doesn't matter where they are.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what format it's on. Yeah. I guess. I think whatever I was saying. I think it's. There's this. It's funny, the internet and computers. As much as they connect the world, I think it also. There's this disconnect between what you can physically, tactile feel and exists, and then accessing that which exists inside a machine that doesn't really exist anymore. And like, I think that disconnect is really fucking with humanity. And I don't know if we'll ever go back to. It seems like we're moving more into the direction of the computer age, obviously. But this is funny because this is all stuff I talk about tomorrow on the pod. But like, I honestly think like social media is in like the end stages of. So I think we're seeing the end stages of social media right now.
I don't know about that, but I think social media has devolved into just a platform for people to trash on each other and argue about mindless fucking bullshit. It'll be
exactly what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but it's gonna
completely.
It's gonna exist into perpetuity, basically.
I don't know. I've been reading these crazy studies, articles about the generation of kids that are like, 7, 10, 14-year-old kids that are just like, they don't do social media at all. They look at it as something as older people do, and they don't want to do it because they're like, oh, old people do that. It's not cool.
Well, good.
And then also, like,
I hope that trend
all
continues.
Of these platforms are also devolving into just selling you or just posting bullshit ads. Like, that's why there's been a mass exodus of people in Facebook, because Facebook is complete shit now. It always kind of has been.
It's a human shit post.
But that's what I mean. Like, there's only so much of that people are going to take until finally people are just going to pull a fucking plug on it.
It's like people talk about Twitter all the time, I hear this shit all the time. It's like Twitter is just a place that people who think they are right go to argue with other people endlessly. That's all the fuck it is. It's not a community of anything.
I think it's the only thing it's useful for is like a real time news community. Localized news. If everybody had it, and you could, like there's movements that have been organized through it, and like real time weather and things like that. I think it's a good platform. But I honestly think like social media, the whole thing it's you can see that it's consolidating down. You have these huge companies buying other companies. Like Facebook owns Instagram, Google owns YouTube. Snapchat, I guess, is like an outlier a little bit. I don't know. Twitter, I've never given a fuck about Twitter. I don't think I ever will. Facebook, same deal. Like, it never really did much for me other than make me depressed. So, like, fuck Facebook, essentially. But, yeah.
I like Facebook for certain things, but there are people that I keep in contact with through Facebook that I don't have any other way of contacting.
Yeah, well, I think there are benefits to it, but I think in terms of, like, the social media experiment that's been going on for the past, like, 20 years, like, I don't think there's going to be any kind of like new revelatory social media platform that comes out. I think we're at the.
Well, I think humans have exploited and ruined it to not worth doing anymore.
That's what I'm saying. And I think this Jared Threaten guy is also a great example of that. And it all comes full circle. But like, I don't know. I think it's in a world that's utterly devoid of meaning, or in a world that's utterly like vapid, like. How do you make genuine art in a world that's utterly empty? Like it doesn't. And everybody's so easily and willing to sell out to like corporations today. Like everything's fucking for sale. you know, and all this social media shit is it's just advertising. It's just a way to sell. It's just become a way to sell you more shit that you don't even necessarily want. And I think it's at a point where, I mean, maybe I'm just completely out of left field here, but I genuinely think, I was talking about this with Tim too. It's like, it's at a point where
Catface, I think fuck Facebook is a different kind of site. I think that's known as Fuckbook, actually.
Fuckbook.
But don't go there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of going off right now, but
well, we're at 9 o'clock anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I have seen the movie. That's right. That is true about Facebook. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Nobody can predict the future, but I genuinely think, like, the only hope, I think the hope is that people may eventually turn back to face-to-face
later on, Bobby.
communication and things like that. Later, Bobby.
Facebook with a lisp. Facebook.
Facebook, is that what it was? Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
They're certain largely about profiting off people, yeah, definitely. Well, that's, I mean, Instagram too. I feel like it used to be just like a place to post some pictures every once in a while. Now it's like literally a fucking, like, you go on, there's like ads for like Amex in between me trying to look at like people's 424 posts.
Yeah.
And like this bullshit, like paid promotion shit that I don't want to see. But I can't do anything about it because,
well, and half the shit is also like, you know, you get X number of followers and you go through and look and it's like, there are some people who are genuinely interested in your content, and the rest of it is like people who like your page and then unlike it because they didn't get the like for like that they were looking for.
well,
They're not interested in your fucking content.
There's also fucking bots that do that for people.
I'm sure.
They set up this thing and it goes and likes Jay Anderson's page. It goes and likes 44 recording. It goes and likes.
And then I look at it and I see that it liked my thing, and I go to its profile and I see that its profile is completely devoid of humanity or is pushing something that I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
So I report it and then I block it.
Yeah.
I keep track of that shit on mine. Fuck that.
But I mean, like, I feel like that's a perfect example, and I feel like, you know, the whole, like, faking followers and faking this whole thing is like, you know, that's the example. I mean, it's like, how can you make something genuine in a world that's so easily gamed? Like, what the fuck is the point? It's just crazy, the fucking world that we live in. I don't know. It all comes down to money, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the solution is. I can tell you what the problem is.
I don't think there's a solution. To solve that problem, you would have to solve and change the way that humanity thinks.
Well, I think people are getting fucking sick of it. I mean, I would at least think. I hope. I don't know. I don't really know. Nobody knows. Maybe we're just old.
I don't know, man. Well, on that note, 9:04.
Yeah, maybe gas station sandwiches.
I actually was thinking diner. Diner's open till 10.
All right.
It's close.
All right.
And it's
All right,
really
fam.
no more expensive than gas station sandwiches and
All right.
better food.
Yeah, hopefully we didn't pontificate too much. Thanks for joining us. Sorry we had some technical issues. We'll probably be fixing them out as we figure this out more.
Well, I think now we have a pretty solid
Yeah.
scheme for getting that shit in check. And
Yeah. We got the audio. Thanks for hanging with us through that. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Check out the podcast. Tomorrow, don't sleep on the pod. Still Cafe's bumped the forum. Thanks, Cafe's.
yo, Jeremy, come eat a sandwich.
Yeah.
For real.
We're at after stream party at the diner. Yeah, so I don't know. We could take the stream on the road to the diner.
That's up to you, man, if you want to. I got to do some cleanup and pack up, but if you want to maintain it while we do that, that's fine.
Yeah, I brought my trap, but we could. I mean, I don't know how interesting that would be to watch us eating.
I mean, yeah, do you guys want to, like, watch us eat, like, fucking, I'm going to have probably, like, a patty melt or a fucking pastrami Reuben. If you want to see that happen, that's up to you.
Yeah.
So let's, if you want to go to the diner with us, virtually. Then let's see ones in the chat. Otherwise, we'll just assume that we're gonna sign off now.
That's a good guy. Yeah, if you want to go to the diner with us.
Yeah, I mean it's not gonna be super exciting. You're just gonna ride in the car and go. I don't know what, something, eat something.
Pull back the curtain a little bit.
Jesus, there is no curtain. It's just change of environment. We got several ones in there.
Oh, fuck.
For fuck's sake. All right, I'm unplugging the audio. We're gonna go back to regular sound in 1.
All right, we're doing this. We're gonna get this set up for the.
I gotta break down the
trip here.
Gotta break down all the.
Yeah, we got a little bit of cleaning to do. All right.
That's fine. You can just talk to them, and I'll
Yeah.
do what I gotta do for that.
I guess I can unplug this. All right, I'm gonna move this thing. Well, hopefully, actually, yeah, it should be all right. All right, so we're going to the diner, folks. This is a first. Orientation is locked.
We talked about this a lot, actually.
I mean, that was something I was thinking about doing. Here's Jay's desk. Yeah, I thought that'd be fun.
Well, I'd like.
Oh, there we go. It's working now.
Going to the Suburban would be fun.
Yeah, we were talking about going to the Suburban diner.
I don't have 3 extra hours.
Yeah.
We'll go to the Saugerties diner, assuming the internet says it's open till 10.
Where is Saugerties diner? Is it in the village or?
Yeah, the Saugerties diner.
This is gonna be fun. Yeah, we've been meaning to do something like this. This is gonna be cool.
Well, we talk about tripping to that one in Jersey, but this will be like the prelim trial of that idea, I guess.
Yeah, sure. It'll be fun too to have this like hooked up on the table, and we can we could just be talking literally, like nobody's like, who cares?
Yeah, I don't know how much we're going to be monitoring the chat in the process of this, but
I'm with you only if you get only if you get the Reuben. That's what Ian said.
Yeah, that's what I get.
Okay, that's what Jay's gonna get. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I'm kind of in the mood for breakfast.
They got breakfast all day.
Yeah, maybe just some maybe just a breakfast special. See what they say. No big deal on the chat monitor. Yeah, well, they pop up on the phone, so we should be able to see it pretty all right. So hopefully the service will be good.
The service there should be fine. In the middle of town.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Jay's green screen right there. Well, it's not like he doesn't use it as a green screen, but
it is actually chroma key.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the cheapest fucking giant piece of fabric you could get to cover something with that had any real weight and no stretch.
Yeah, you could do some YouTube thumbs over there, bro. Oh yeah, I gotta pack up some stuff too here.
I can get most of it. I mean, you could always put a tripod on the desk.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking dark now that I shut the light off. But...
All right, I'm gonna tell you guys a ghost story. Nah, I'm just gonna pack some stuff up.
So yeah, this is what we do.
This is the post. This you guys are seeing behind the curtain right now. This is crazy.
I'll put the light on Mike.
Backstage. I got my little bag. Jay actually, I'm gonna do a video on this thing. I'm actually gonna buy this from Jay. It's like a, it's like a noise box. It's a circuit bent radio. I'll play you a little circuit bent radio. Do not adjust your volume. Yo, that's my favorite. You're right, it does sound like somebody's sleeping. Oh, we got a super chat? Yo, thanks for the super chat, yo. Is that for the diner? I think we got some diner.
Challenge.
Thanks, yo. I don't know who gave that up to the chat. Oh, cafes. Thanks, cafes.
Pick me up a ham and cheese.
All right. We'll ship it out to you. Yeah, so this is like a circuit bent radio, Jay? So
That was an alarm clock.
oh, alarm clock, yeah.
Yeah, it was a couple dollars at a Goodwill in Hudson, I think. It's got a Fender amp power switch in it, and
It's got a couple buttons that do, and then you adjust like the
there's a bunch of
The tuner.
capacitors hooked to those buttons that go to various things. So when you push them, it shorts stuff out.
oh, there's like
The sounds change too, depending on what your volume is.
yeah. So Jay found this thing. Jay found this thing in his closet. How old do you think? Like, when do you think you did this thing?
Probably 4 or 5 years ago, something like that.
Jay found it and was like, I'm going to put this on Reverb and sell it. I was like, no, you ain't. You're going to sell it to me.
There you go.
So now I got a circuit bent radio. We're going to do something really cool with that. Maybe sample it. We'll do some loops or something. I don't know. That's going to be sick. I got my little bag of tricks right here. Oh, yeah, these two. Oh, no, those are yours. Oh, my little shelf. I gotta grab my shelf. Yo, cafes, thanks again. We'll definitely get you that ham and cheese. This is gonna be good. Wow, this is fun. This is like, this is like really behind the scenes right now. Yeah, this is cool. Thanks, cafes. That's sick. Yeah, so we got this is my bag of tricks. It's Kellogg's. This is where I keep all my. It's where I keep all my stuff. Yeah, we're gonna rock it.
The ashtray where I keep the burning wood that makes Mike not feel well,
Oh my
evidently.
God. Dude, I almost passed out. That was crazy. I don't think I take a step out.
And now, before we leave, I'm just collecting a few things that will be posted to Reverb tomorrow for mass consumption. Old DBX 163 that I never use anymore. Roll that up and get it on there. Can you even see me? I don't even know how the fuck does this pose here, Mike? What the fuck? There you are. Yo. So yeah, DBX 163 going live tomorrow. Got this Behringer Ultra G Cabinet Simulator DI going hot tomorrow. Should be a good day. And yeah, what else can I show you? I don't know how. Yeah. So I don't know if you these angles of the control room or not, but little tiny room. Mike's coming back in.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
There's Mike coming back in.
I don't know.
I don't think anything's really changed since the last time we walked you guys around this, but you know.
Move the drums. The drums are in like a different spot now.
Oh, did I move? Yeah, since they were last here.
Yeah, I think so.
So now the drums reside in the middle of the room.
They used to be over here,
They used to be back in the corner.
facing this way. Now they're there. Facing
Yeah,
that
for
way.
well, we did the drum room videos and shit, I guess. I trip over my fucking pedal board.
Did you show them the beta lead?
The beta lead, oh yeah. So I just rehoused the beta lead head. It's probably too dark to fucking. But I had a beta lead keys and it didn't have a box. I built it a new box. It's the beta lead in the new box. Out of here before the diner closes.
Yeah, I think you could probably still hear me, but the video is fucked. So if you can still hear me, we're gonna be rolling out now. So because we got to get to the diner. So yeah, this is gonna be cool. Yo, I'm back. Just stick with us. We're back. Just stick with us. We may drop out for a second. We're gonna be walking around.
Like going down the stairs and
Yeah.
whatever else.
Yeah. So we'll make sure that we
Fuck my zipper up, man.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
Shit.
Yeah, so I think once we get out of the woods here, we should. I think there's probably more service, so it should pick up.
I think so.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. So I got to kill the power.
All right, I'm gonna grab.
It's gonna get darker as you go.
I gave you the care package. The care package has landed. I'm gonna rock out to the car. You want to take my ride or your ride, Jay? All right. All right.
By the front of the garage. I'll come right down.
Okay. All right. So now we're outside. I think you guys have seen backstage over here. Can't really see me that good. I think we're getting better with the service, so that's good. So this is the outside. We're just getting ready to. We're gonna be rocking out of here in a second. Hood's on. Hood's on. It's cold out. I envy y'all. All right. Hopefully. All right. I'm going down the stairs, so let me concentrate. Yo, BBRC Ireland, what up? Thanks for coming to the stream. We're doing something. This is a very special stream, BBRC Ireland. I'm still here. It's just dark, but Jay and I are heading out to the diner right now. Yo, somebody like ban this guy or mod him. Mods, take care of that guy. See what he's up to. No good. So, you know, he's got to go. Time for BBRC to get out of here. Thanks, Skiz. Put him in the timeout. All right, I don't think I need anything in here. Yeah, this is my car. This is my office space. I don't think you can see it. Maybe. Oh, I go by the light. All right, so let's see. All right, so I'm out front at Jay's right now. Let me see if I can get in the light so you guys can actually see me. There we go. That looks pretty good. Yeah, so now I'm just waiting for Jay. It's fucking cold out. Holy shit. Yeah, it's gotten really crazy. Have a million mods. Yeah, Matt, we don't. You'll get a wrench too someday. We're pretty liberal with the wrenches. This thing's like shaking. I don't know. How's this? It seems like the service is pretty good out here. I think it's just inside. It's a little funky.
Put your stuff in your car already?
Yeah. Yep. I'm ready to rock, bro.
You forgot something.
I did.
Yeah.
I always seem to forget something here. Oh, I think I forgot my water bottle. Oh no. Oh yeah. Shit. Thanks, man.
Water bottles in your bag. Unless you brought two.
No, I got it. Thanks, man. I always forget something at Jay's. That's like just par for the course. Thanks, man. No, that would have been all right. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, that was messed up, that guy. All right, getting into Jay's car right now. This is crazy. This is the post-stream hang. You guys are here for the post-stream hang. Let me see if I can get this thing so that it's not too shaky. I got this sick Joby tripod. It's really cool. I don't know. I pretty much got it because Casey Neistat uses it, but it's pretty sick. Like,
What's that?
This tripod thing I got. Joby. So we're in the car right now. It's a little dark.
It's gonna be dark.
Okay, Matt said he's good without a wrench. Too much responsibility.
Good without a
He's saying that we have a lot of mods on the channel.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how we roll.
Moderated to death.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy, man. This is a new
experience.
New experience.
Driving backwards at 15 miles an hour. Hit a fucking stick.
This is the first for 424 recording.
Didn't even see the stick. Heard it. Didn't see it.
Yo, we went black, but we're still here. Hopefully you can still hear us. We're just heading over to the diner. I'm sure people will be back through.
Away we go.
Away we go. I guess maybe it would be more captivating if you guys can see where we're going. That's probably better. So this is the train tracks right here. Jay lives right by them. We got to be careful. This looks like a horror movie. This is awesome.
Does it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna use this footage for something. This is fun.
Off we go.
All right, I'll try to keep it steady, folks. I figured it's better to keep it on the road because they can't see us at all.
Yeah. And there's fucking brick out there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Matt said it's 30 in Mississippi. That's what Jay's car is reading too, right here. 29. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty cold. Like this, I think this is the coldest I think it's been this year. Would you say?
Yeah, probably pretty close. And I don't think we broke much above freezing today. I think it was in like the low 30s all day long.
Yeah. I remember it was all day. It's just, my car always says like icy.
This one, when you hit 37, for whatever reason, the temperature thing flashes. And the Tiguan that we had before this, when you hit, it was either 30, I think it was 37 also. When it would hit 37, it would flash with a little snowflake. And I think that has to be a Fahrenheit Celsius conversion thing. Like those are both European designed cars. This one in Japan and that one in Germany. So I don't know what the Celsius conversion is to 37 degrees Fahrenheit, but I bet it's close to freezing.
Yeah. Yeah, Jay is driving pretty fast.
I'm only doing 45.
It feels like we're going a lot faster.
The speed limit's 35, so I don't know. I guess
well, that's yeah. For the kind of road we're on, we're going a little fast.
I don't know about that. No. Jesus. Whole fucking team of backseat drivers now.
You got like 8 other people riding in the car with you now.
Not the first time that's happened.
Yeah, so you're seeing some dark ass Saugerties, New York, right here.
Yeah, it's like town is fucking assed out and dead at this point.
Village of Saugerties.
Not that it's ever super lively to begin with, but
that said, it's like a video game. Well, that's usually so. Twitch.
Hopefully, it doesn't get like a video game where the cops stop us and talk to us.
Yeah.
We gotta be Grand Theft Auto. My name's on the title though, so it's fine.
Yeah, usually, I mean.
That's my parents' house right there.
Oh yeah. There's Jay's parents' house. There's a car wash. You know what's funny? What was I forgot what I was gonna say.
We're gonna pass King Tone Music on the way to the diner also.
Oh yeah, one of Jay's clients.
Well, we'll indirectly pass it. We'll probably hit the red light opposite it.
Matt said it looks like Mississippi.
Yeah, all the small towns basically look the same, man. It doesn't really matter where you go.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Our architecture's a little different, but that's about the fuck it.
Yeah, maybe next week if we're back in New Paltz and it's not cold. Jay and I usually go for a long ass walk, but now that it's getting so cold, that's usually our post-stream hang.
You gotta get like one of those fucking swivel mounts that goes on your chest.
This thing does swizzle.
Swivel?
Yeah.
No, I mean one of those like perma level joints, you know what I'm saying? The self-levelers.
Oh, yeah.
So here comes King Tone up here.
Yeah, so we got King Tone Music.
Some asshole's gonna stop in front of me, so fucking dick.
So this is Main Street now?
Right now we're on Market. We're about to turn on to Main, yes. We'll put on our little signal guy here. So everybody on the chat's happy.
Maybe they can see us now. That's a little brighter. Oh yeah, you can see us in the brake lights.
Here comes King Tone.
Oh yeah, King Tone. We got King Tone coming up.
Not like it really matters probably to anybody that's watching this.
Well, just give him a frame of reference.
Just there.
That's one of Jay's shops. He does some work for. That pizza place is pretty good.
That does some work for me as far as keeping me fat.
Ian said it's a lot different than Galway. Yeah, I can imagine. I was out in Ireland last year, I think, and
I'd really like to go there sometime.
Yeah, man, it's fucking sick. Matt said it looks like downtown Hattiesburg.
Hattiesburg.
Yeah. This is like
that's the Exchange Motel. That's where all the coke and all the old drunks hang out.
that's where you get
fucking bar.
get the Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You're into that.
Cocaine and cola. That's Saugerty's Antique Center. It's full of all kinds of really cool shit that you can't afford, and neither can I.
That chair looks pretty nice.
There's a whole bunch of things in there that are really nice. They often have like weird old little guitars and shit in the windows too, but you want like, you know, forever unreachable fucking amounts of money for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is Saugerty's kind of bougie, or there's like an element of bouginess to it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like antique shit here, and that kind of fucking spoils like the
Inquiring Minds, the
thing for me.
bookstore,
Yep.
and then this is like the old OG movie theater.
Yeah, that used to be a porn theater.
Here we
Back
go.
in
You're
the
getting
day.
the seedy underbelly of Saugerty's.
Yeah, as seedy as it gets anyway. The diner's up here on our right, so this nearly concludes our trip in the vehicle.
Oh yeah, that wasn't too far.
Nah, it's not bad. If not for the fucking lights.
Yeah.
And actually, the journey would have been faster, but I wanted to go past Kingtone on purpose, so.
Give him a little shout.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so.
If we really had time, we could walk them past the window. You can see that blue amp that I built.
Yo, yeah, I want to get a video of that amp. I want to make some sounds with it. There we go. Oh, it smells like a diner out here already. Yeah, definitely, Matt. It's a little cold for them.
Oh.
He said too cold for the pimps and hoes sitting outside. That's a good shot.
You know what it is.
You know what it is?
Just gonna get a couple pulls on this before we go in. I want to get to it before the shit closes.
The greasy spoon.
Oh yeah, check this out. Tom Jones and Neil Diamond impersonators coming to the high school.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way they're playing a show together.
Yeah. And especially not in this little armpit.
Well, that's why
So
when
what
you
you're
show me
seeing-
that.
What you're seeing across the street is senior living residences, like an apartment complex full of people who are 70 plus. Very odd little place. Yeah. And directly behind me around that corner is a giant elementary school that used to be the high school until the, I don't know, I think the,
Do kids even know who they are? Cafe's asked, do kids even know who they are?
I don't know.
Referring to Tom Jones.
Oh. Yeah, probably not. I think that's for the older set. But yeah. So welcome to the bustling hub that is the center of Saugerties.
This is it, folks.
Got people murking for the camera too.
She totally thought you were taking a selfie.
And she totally thought we were taking a selfie. Think you're gonna photobomb me from the driver's seat? Nah.
Oh,
You
hell
live.
no.
You live on YouTube.
Oh, hell no, you live.
Got it.
We got you live.
I don't know who you is, but I hope nothing bad happens to you.
All right.
You hear about the murder in Saugerties, by the way?
No.
Yeah, there was a girl that got killed out sort of near my house last week.
Really?
Yeah, her younger boyfriend shot her and then shot himself.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. Small town shit.
That's not cool, man.
Hopefully she's not like, are you kidding me now? Good, how you doing? Yeah.
Anyway, Mike's at the back room. We have a waitress on right now.
We'll close at 10, just like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Making Marvin work.
All right, have a good
Know what
night.
you're getting?
Thank you.
Um,
Thanks, Augie.
Yeah, I
Would you
think
like to
so.
drink?
Ginger ale, please.
Okay.
I'll
Drink?
stick a water.
Lemon?
Sure.
I know what I want to eat too, actually. You know what you're having?
What's the matter? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A cup? Yep.
Hold on, we gotta get this set up.
You don't want to look at me eating.
I don't know if we can split the difference
I
on
don't
it
know
though.
how you do that.
All right, let me look at this real
Either
quick.
way. So yeah, since I'm having the Reuben,
Okay. I'm sorry, you're all set.
yeah, I'm gonna have a can I have an order of zucchini sticks
Mm-hmm.
with marinara and a side of ranch.
I'm gonna have a pastrami Reuben, please.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm gonna have the Reuben too. I think.
The pastrami also, or corned beef?
Yeah, I'll go pastrami.
Okay.
Can I get Thousand Island on the side?
Yeah, come
Thank
on
you.
the side.
All right,
Yep.
very good. Thanks a lot.
And I'm sorry, what did you want ginger ale?
Please,
Oh.
please. So, yeah, you convinced Mike to order the,
I said when in Rome. Yeah.
you even convinced him to order the same. There's
Yeah,
no
I
way
feel
to
like-
split that.
yeah.
There's no way to split that. You can only video one or the other. I don't know why I'm the selected individual.
We'll shift it or something. Shift it back and forth.
Yeah, so packing the sandwiches stuck in my coat again.
That's crazy. So there was like a legitimate
Yeah.
murder suicide, huh?
Yeah, crazy, man. A lot of people knew the girl too. I never met her, but I guess she was like a wedding photographer. And a lot of people I went to school with knew her real well and
Oh my
stuff.
gosh, man.
Totally weird.
It's
man.
terrible.
Yeah, really, really bad. Sad shit. Had little kids and stuff.
Oh god.
Yeah. Wacky ass world we live in, man.
Yeah, dude.
I wonder if we could put it on this edge of the table and face
Oh
it out.
yeah, maybe. Cause
Thank you.
You're
thank you.
welcome.
Yeah, we could definitely. Cause then it would be. I think if we moved.
And bored. Yeah. Slide in, that'll work.
There we go. We're learning.
People probably think we're fucking stupid doing this. So what's going on out in Chatland? Is anybody in there?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people.
Are they? Nine people. Jesus.
9 people tuning in to watch us eat this stuff.
Drinking my pop.
Although we may have to.
Man, I'm not a bad guy, man.
So Jade is a pretty convincing nice guy impersonation.
The guy that just walked by and whatever the camera there is, there's a pizza joint in town that's like my favorite spot, and yeah, like I do work on their restaurant, electrical stuff, and fix-it projects and things like that. And, yeah, so they're kind of like extended family in sort of a way, I guess. And he's one of their delivery guys, back
Didn't we see
guys.
him last week in New Paltz, or that was one of his bros?
No, that was actually, that guy's not related to them, but
Oh, okay.
the guy that we saw is one of the brothers that owns that pizzeria. Yeah. Yep. But you know, so yeah.
I don't think I've ever eaten here.
I eat here anytime I'm going to the diner and don't feel like driving to Kingston. I eat here. Their French onion soup's really good if you're into that. But this place been here forever, since I was a kid. I've been coming here. And there's pictures on the wall. I don't even know. I think this has probably been a thing since like maybe the 50s or so.
Yeah.
And they've obviously remodeled and revamped the interior, but it's you know, it's a nice little spot. Unfortunately, we got here a little late, so we're gonna have to like eat and run, but you know, you guys get to ride along anyway. Try it out.
Ride along. Yeah, we should do that suburban diner. At some
Yeah,
point.
that's one of those things where we like push off a New Paltz at like 6:30 and stream the whole way down and stuff.
When do you
That's
want?
a
We should
long
do it
ride.
before it gets too much colder.
It's up to you, man.
I mean, I guess we could do it whenever. But
Yeah, I mean, whatever night you feel like driving that far, that'll edge out our whole our
What is that,
usual
like 2
walk
hours?
and stuff. I think it's about an hour and a half to get there.
yeah, especially at that time of night, it shouldn't be too bad.
You go through the Harriman toll, get off at that 15A, takes you into Jersey, and I think it's right on that. That's 17, I think.
Yeah.
So that takes you right past it. Thank you.
So yeah, that's not too bad then.
You want some zucchini sticks, by the way? when they come out.
Sure, yeah.
Pretty banging.
Thanks, man. I remember you got those at the other.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that place. I remember it being so much better than it is now. What a disaster. It was like this Greasy Spoon Diner in New Paltz, and when I was a kid, I remember it being so good when we used to skip school and go eat there, but God, like, I went with Mike, what did we go, twice or something?
No, I think we only went once.
No, it was like fucking horrendous. It's
And it was like,
like shit your pants bad.
yeah.
And yeah, the food just kind of tastes like, I don't even know. Tastes like dirty dishes.
That place, I feel like that diner is like in a weird location. And
It's in what should be a Supreme location.
Well, I guess that's what I mean. Is that it?
The parking's good, the access is easy.
And that's why it's still there based on like the quality of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like it has like such a good location,
Yeah, I guess.
but it's not.
I don't know. The food
Not the
fucking
greatest.
sucks. You just
Yeah.
need to get like a chef or something. There we go. Average cutoff on the faces. I'm looking at half my face in the screen. But yeah. So I like this one. I like Dietz in Kingston, but that's too much of a ride. Although
That's like the Dietz Stadium.
the Dietz Stadium Diner, yeah. I would have gone there if they were closed.
That's the one that's like by Dyson's. Or
Yep.
no? Yeah.
Right over by Trailways and stuff.
Yeah, that's
So
a
if
good
you,
one.
oh shit, low battery. Oh, Mike phone gonna die.
Has
See
a
that?
Law and Order feeling. Oh shoot, yeah.
You no way to
Wait,
charge
how
that.
is that possible? It's already down to 20.
I don't know, man.
Damn, we might drop out. That's all right. Well, we can charge it. No, I can charge it once we get back to my car. All right. Well, this is gonna be nice. That's a good
Mhm.
idea. This is gonna be if we cut out all of a sudden, it's because the battery completely
Yeah.
died. So
Well, we already sort of did the sign off in the studio anyway.
yeah. So
There's 11 people watching this now. Here comes those zucchini sticks too.
yeah. So
I thank you.
You're welcome.
thank you.
So however you want to go, man. I usually just kind of single dip and
What's this one?
ranch. Far superior to the New Paltz Diner.
Oh yeah. This is like a
Fucking hot.
whole different level.
So yeah, zucchini sticks. Of course you are.
Yeah.
Leave it to you.
Yo, Travis, what's up, man?
Travis just jumped in.
Yeah.
Damn. Yo. So we decided to road trip it to the local diner after the stream, and we had enough votes to take the
Yeah.
follower base with us. So
What's up, buddy?
yeah, here we are. And if you're watching this on the replay, don't watch it 1.5x on the driving part because the speed just might scare you.
We're gonna lead and trap it. No, not tonight. Yeah, those are really good.
Oh,
John Matlack, the ex pitcher. Somebody said that a long time ago he living in that house. Wasn't that
I can never decide which I like better, the ranch or the marinara, so I
Yeah.
get both every time. Don't mix them though, it's horrible.
No.
But
he's not allowed to live here? No.
so this is sort of like a day in the life here.
We usually get pizza
Yep.
in New Paltz because there's
Or
no real.
falafel.
Yeah. We gotta go back to Bacchus too now that it's like colder.
Oh yeah, suits and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it is.
We're gonna have to scarf it, man.
Working on it.
What's your name, by the way?
Chris Wolfman.
Wilbay? Yeah. So you're related to Bruce Wilbay? Okay. He still work for Sawyer?
He switched up to Greene County 2 years ago.
Really?
Yep. Greene County, the Greene County Highway.
Yeah, it's Ray All, I believe it's American Dairy, related to John Medlock, the Mets pitcher.
Yo,
I mean, I never knew the story.
Suburban's gonna be fun too.
Yeah, the food there is like, that's some top-notch diner shit.
It's funny that
You want that last one?
nah, man, I'm good. There's actually one hiding here. I'll take that.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah. So what do we usually talk about? I guess we just usually talk about music stuff, right?
Yeah, and I walk around and tell you about the things I'm mad about that week. And
Oh yeah. So what are you mad about this week, Jay?
pretty good this week, mostly. I feel like I've accomplished some things. And there's been like a couple pending repairs that I couldn't finish because like there were hidden bugs and things in the pieces that I couldn't find, and I managed to king some of those this week.
Like Ghost in the Machine kind of stuff, or
Like broken solder joints that like no matter what I did I couldn't suss out. But you know. And then listing all the stuff on reverb. I think Cat face bumped my reverb before.
oh yeah, that's right.
But
I gotta check that out. I saw that you posted the thing on Instagram about it.
yeah. Tomorrow I'm gonna put up I have some vintage Ward Beck channel strips that I'll probably never use, so I think those are gonna go up.
I remember you saying you have a lot of channel strips and stuff.
Tons. I got a bunch of Stevenson stuff that most people have never even seen. I'll probably put some of that up too, because it's just like it's a bunch of shit I'm never gonna use, man.
Yeah.
It's just not worth hanging on to. So
He said he's ready. Hey guys.
how you doing,
Hey,
brother?
what's going on?
Good.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I'm just like on the purge right now, man. I'm like selling vintage
if you're not using
capacitors.
stuff, like you may as well move it, man. 'Cause I
Well-
know you have like a. Jay has like that attic space. I always like peek my head in there. He's got like basically like the eaves, right? Like underneath the eaves and like the
Yeah.
attic.
Yep. Well, it's
just
conditioned space.
jam-packed with right, but it's like jam packed with all of all this equipment. It's like a toy treasure island.
I've sorted out most of the stuff from there that was, you know, whatever. But point is, I could always use money.
Yeah,
I could always use space. And I've always got shit. So
because you were saying that you kind of were like packing stuff away, like you were buying stuff and then like.
yeah.
I said, don't end up like me with more tape machines than fingers.
No, that won't happen.
Hey, you can't press play on them all at the same time.
They make sync remotes and stuff for that, but
Matt said he's binging, but I use it all. It's a sad place. Yeah, that's the place I was getting to. I just had too much stuff, like, and I wasn't using it, so
I just have like, you know, I've always
it's
bought.
just like time to move it along.
I've always scrolled stuff away for, you know, someday for projects and whatever. And some of it's been waiting for someday for like 15 years. It's time to go, man. You know? So that's what it's doing. It's going.
Yeah.
And on the reverb also, there's a couple like consignment things. Well, one consignment thing left. There's a Music Man amp that this old jazz dude dumped off on me, and it's like, oh, could you sell this? I'm like, I guess so. I'm gonna have to take like 10 or more %, but sure. So that's on there, but you know, I concentrated today on putting up the parts from a V4B that I had that a customer brought to me. It blew up, the main board burned out of it, and thank you. I'm okay, thank you.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks. So fried the main board, and he didn't want to pay to find a new board or whatever, so I bought it off him for I think $150.
And so I was testing transformers and doing disassembly and stuff on that today.
Is that stuff like rare, or is it like hard to come by?
Yeah, that V4B, I guess there's probably reproduction parts for that, but the original spares are not easy to find.
So like that stuff that's like, because I remember I put up these knobs that were on like this old vintage solid state, Ampeg solid state.
Yep.
And
Somebody scooped them.
Somebody like, they were like, oh my, they bought it like almost immediately.
When I
They must have had like a Google alert or something.
When I redid my sun head, I changed all the pots to round shaft, solid, like real pots, which left me with a whole bunch of D shaft, red capped, skirted knobs that are specific to sun. So I put those on reverb, and I got $8 a piece for them.
Yeah. That was like
$8
similar to
a
this.
piece.
I forgot what I listed it for, but it was like, I think it was like $15 for the knobs. Just
I
thinking
sold-
like if somebody wants this, you know,
I sold those sun knobs for, I think with shipping it was $62.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But
It's
these
like-
are like, this is stuff you can't really
Yeah,
find.
you can't fucking get it.
I was just surprised that like
It's not a thing.
somebody wanted how bad, because it was like a rare like vintage amp or something, and somebody like wanted it, and I was just like, this is crazy. Oh,
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
we'll
Any mustard?
Knock it right out quick.
No, take your time. No, go ahead.
no mustard
Yours
for
will
me,
clean
thank
up. Okay. Yep.
You don't need mustard, do you?
No, I'm good.
No, you're good.
Yeah, thank
Thanks.
you.
So yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. Reuben sandwiches. Pastrami Reuben
Should we
sandwiches.
tilt it down to the sandwich?
I guess we want to.
It'll make a good time elapse.
Oh, this is gonna be a short video. We're probably gonna run out of. See. Awesome. All right, so we start with the Diner Classic coleslaw. It's good coleslaw too.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, man. This is a good diner.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like you can always tell by the coleslaw.
Well, Dietz has like hit and miss coleslaw, but their food's always good. So yeah, fam, we made it to sandwich time. And should the camera cut off in the process of these sandwiches, you've now seen us in real life at a diner,
Yeah.
interacting with the real public, and you know,
Yeah, this is pretty much, we pretty much just, that's a really funny way of putting it. It's like, you tell me all the stuff that you're mad about this week. I forgot.
that's pretty much it, man. I mean, it's like a co-vent kind of thing,
Yeah.
where I chain smoke a lot and buy shitty foods I shouldn't eat, and then we walk. I don't really need a cream cheese filled bear claw.
That's what I like about it is we get a lot of exercise.
Yeah. Not gonna be getting that tonight, unfortunately. We could walk around Sardi's, but
It's kind of chilly.
that was gonna be my next comment. A little on the cold side. So what's going on out in Famland there? Still got
Ian
9.
said he's smoking a cigarette.
Oh,
It's
man.
totally immersive.
Damn it. So what happened with like driving and stuff this week? Good?
Yeah. You were right about the cold thing.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
Jay predicted more people would need rides. Somebody asked if it was sourdough. Is it? No. Right?
No, it's rye.
Good. Very good.
This actually, this is a mostly seedless rye, if this is in fact rye. Tastes like rye.
It seems about the shape of rye.
Let me read it so I can remember.
It's a pastrami Reuben on diner bread. Whatever it is, it's fucking delicious.
I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I am. This is crazy.
No, pastrami's so good. Sorry if there's any vegans in the audience. It's probably the 2 watchers we've lost since whatever. Yeah.
This is the first, man. I don't think I've ever eaten on the live stream.
There it is. Well, at least it's like shots of the food and not. That was a good call turning it down.
You doing okay, guys?
Very well, thank you.
You sure you don't want any more ginger ale?
You know what? Yeah, I'll probably take another one.
And you just had water, right?
Yeah.
You want me to top
Thank
that
you.
off for you?
Okay, sure.
Sure.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you very much.
Yeah, nothing wrong with eating on the stream. We'll get used to this. Go to the
Dude, I was gonna say, I think this is a
new pastime.
new spot. You gotta take me on a tour of Saugerties. Food tour.
Oh, food tour. Thank you.
Thank you. I guess, what else is open though on Wednesdays? Is there not a lot of stuff that's open this late?
This late, I don't think there's anything else that's open. I don't know, the pig might be open. They have good burgers there.
What is it called?
The pig. Slices Pizza is good. That's right in town here.
Oh yeah, slices. Yeah, I've had that. My friend Bill was Man, I was hungrier than I thought.
That's what always happens, man.
I didn't have any dinner.
I had like a tiny bowl of some leftover vegetable soup from the other night. That isn't near enough. You like digest that in 5 minutes.
Yeah, soup is one of those things. Coleslaw's banging.
Still 8 people hanging on out there, huh?
We've been pretty quiet.
Yeah. That's how you know it's good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm crushing this right now.
Trying to get done. I don't want to make the lady stay any longer than she has to.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to like eat faster. Have you ever had breakfast here?
I don't think so. Well, yeah, I've had pancakes and things. They used to do a Belgian waffle. I don't know if they still do. It used to be good to get that with ice cream. They have really good pies and cakes and things here too.
Oh, really? This is gonna be funny. Put this in the new channel trailer.
Diner meeting.
Somebody was saying diners.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
What is it? Diners, drive-ins.
And dives.
Somebody said diners, drive-ins, and overdrives. The new segment.
Could go down to Eveready. That was on Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives.
Where is that again?
It's not that good, but backside of Hyde Park.
Is it a chain? There's like a couple of them, right?
I don't know. I don't know about that. The homemade sodas that they do there are really good.
Can I just bother you? Could I swap out that
Sure.
salt and sugar?
Sure.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, Cafe said that. Diners, driving, and overdrives.
If it was F, E, might be soft point. But if it says H, D, might be hard point.
These are great French fries.
I told him I was
The whole thing hits the spot nice on a cold night.
Dude, this was perfect. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Party foul. I don't think you can see it. That's like the best method, to be honest.
I don't know how else you do it.
I know.
Whatever.
I thought you had ginger ale.
That's Mike's.
Man, somebody's really on point with the details.
Chomping at the bit, watching us eat.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll get here a little earlier, right?
Could. We have to cut the stream. Right there. We
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
that's
cut it
true.
in the garage, that's all.
I mean,
Cut at the studio.
just cut it a little earlier.
That's what I'm saying. Pull the plug up there at 8:30 instead. Took 20 minutes to pack up and get out of there. Got here like 9:30ish, I think.
What was that one?
What is my favorite ginger ale? There's one that I got in Canada. I can't remember the name of it.
Canada Dry.
No. It's like made in Canada.
Mike would know if he's still here, MPF.
It's a real sweet one that kind of tastes like sort of tasted like a slightly more robust and slightly flatter version of like the is it Schweppes? I think it's Schweppes.
Oh, Schweppes is really good, yeah.
But I forget what the brand is, the Canadian brand. On tour in Canada though, I drank the shit out of that. 10% left. We might make it back to the parking lot before that.
Yeah.
Before I go to shit house. Damn, you're gonna beat me.
Yo. I didn't know I was that hungry, man.
Gotta eat, man.
Gotta eat. I hit the spot. Holy cow. Damn. Was it Village? Village Diner?
Mm-hmm. You could review them on Yelp. I guess everybody in the stream really could review them on Yelp too. You've all been here for the meal now. Look pretty good, right?
I'd rather buy them. $1 a piece.
All right.
Stack them up.
Stack
Done with
'em
that
up.
coleslaw?
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
We're back. Jay's finishing up his pickle. Yo, this is, oh man, this is a good idea.
Yeah, I'm sure they do not have real ginger ale.
Yeah.
Or
At some point
ginger
they
in their
must have,
ginger
right?
ale.
I mean, that's the point.
That's the premise, yeah. And you can make ginger ale starters with just grated fresh ginger and sugar. Put it in a crock until it fizzes.
I think that's what's funny is like people always say like, oh, you know, like save that napkin.
Yo, you see that thing? Look at that. Look how ragged that thing is now. I used the shit out of a single napkin.
Oh, up by Negley.
Not sorry.
Up by Negley, there's a farm up there. Right here.
Did he eat the pickle? I don't.
Who?
Yep, up by, yep.
Yeah, I ate the pickle.
Instead of waiting to see if he eats the pickle.
I ate the pickle like staring right into the camera. That's what I was eating.
Let's go back, Matt. Man, this is crazy. Down the hatch, baby.
Yep. So yeah, that,
That was some real American diner action right there.
but we kept it classy by focusing just on the plates.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You don't want to watch my face side profile eating a sandwich. Yeah, we're ready for
Yeah,
chat,
we're
please.
ready to rock. It's on me, bro.
Sure about
I
that?
got it, bro.
Up to you. We'll call it even on that
Oh yeah,
that thing then if you want to do that.
all right. Well, you would get pizza for me and stuff.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You gotta take. Oh,
Oh, you're supposed to take it up?
yeah.
Oh, my
You
bad.
want to put a tip on the card?
Yeah.
You gotta tell her.
um,
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I got a little cash too, so I'll put some of that down in addition. to
Okay,
whatever.
cool. Sweet.
That's literally all the cash I have, but there it is. That's my. So when I'm going to New Paltz to stream, I always try to make sure that I have exactly.
Pizza money.
Nope, not pizza money. Tolls money, because I don't possess an Easy Pass.
Oh, look at that. You can put the tolls toward the tip.
There you go. So, try to make sure I have dollars either that way or in quarters.
I never know, like, certain places you bring
you
a
know?
check up and some places that...
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
on your copy.
Oh, great.
And you just sign there.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Yeah, you
Two.
too. Thanks so much. Sorry we came in so late.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right, I'll put 7 in here. And that'll be good.
Damn. All right. Somebody's having a good tip night.
Well, I feel like we kind of came in. And then Cafe's
Well, what time is it?
gave us the ham and cheese.
We're only 8 minutes past their close, honestly.
Geez,
We really didn't do too bad.
I just feel like, I don't know.
I know I hate doing that shit too, but gotta eat sometimes too. It's alright. Hopefully the tip and everything makes it worth their while.
Yeah, I feel like we'll be back, so
Yeah.
we come in late again. But we mean business.
Well, hopefully we don't. said you didn't even bring your wife for Reuben.
She's not home tonight. She went to Boston.
Yeah.
Somebody said that?
Yep.
Yeah, she's not home. She had a conference to go to, so it's party time. Oh man, I just broke my zipper.
Did you? It's not a good start to a season, Mike, I gotta tell you.
Oh, okay, it's back. I like pulled it apart somehow.
Yo, mine is doing it again at the bottom, man. It's not good.
All right,
Good?
good to go, man.
Vámonos.
I'll leave that there. All right. Whoa.
If that thing goes into the wood, you can't get it out. No, you can't get it out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Good night. Thank
Good
you.
night. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Guys, take it easy. So there we did that.
I'm surprised my phone held up that long.
out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting cold.
They didn't have snow, but it ain't gonna last. It could be melting today or less.
I think their forecast is going to shift before we get anything major anyway.
You know, that said last year we're gonna have a lot of snow. We never had a lot. We had 2 bad storms.
Yeah.
If
And a
we only
bunch of
have
little
2,
things.
I'm happy. 2.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I hope it's not too bad this year in terms of snow too.
Yeah. Damn, we really closed.
Man,
down.
they like just shut the lights out. That's crazy. That was almost like a
Shut them down. Open
up shop.
Oh, no.
Yo,
That's
what is
how
that?
they
There's
die
this
or
really
roll.
old van right there. Or something.
know, man.
That's crazy.
It's like the fucking, what was that movie, Jeepers
Dude.
Creepers?
They like shut down the lights and stuff back
We were
there.
never even in there.
It's like we were never in there.
Like
That
the
was
shit is
crazy.
haunted.
That diner hasn't been open for 20 years. Oh, okay. Dude, that was amazing. So,
You want to, we can mill around in the street, like,
yeah.
hopefully the cops don't come, but
Like, what are you guys doing? Well, is this car running back here?
it sounds like it.
Oh, maybe they work here or something.
I don't know. The lighting any better here?
You can kind of see us. Yeah, so that was really good, Jay.
Yeah, I like that diner a lot.
That's fucking sick. Good service.
Yeah.
Food was amazing.
Yep.
They accommodated us even though we showed up at 9:30. They were probably pissed, but
Well, I mean, half hour to close, we fucking banged it out pretty good.
yeah, we didn't order anything too off the cuff. Like that was stuff was pretty much pre-made.
The secret to that is really making sure that you know what you want before you.
I was gonna go with 2 eggs, but I wound up doing the Reuben because I don't know. You guys kind of convinced
Fucking
me.
can't lose on a good pastrami Reuben, man. You
Yeah,
cannot lose.
can't lose on that.
Unless you're vegan, then you really lost. But
then you probably left the stream because you were like, "Fuck these guys."
yeah, there's like buttered bread, so that's cow shit. That's fucking cheese, that's cow.
Yeah, that's all.
Pastrami is also cow. The only thing in there as a vegan you could eat is the fucking sauerkraut.